From Euphoria. Hey, listen. I don't know if I told you. I'm still watching that. I'm still watching Euphoria. I don't know why it turned into Breaking Bad / Sons of Anarchy or whatever, but I'm here for it. As long as Maddie is there, I'm watching. What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Shout out to the true MJ, not the Bulls gambling addict. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Two legends can
Oh my
coexist.
God.
Two legends can
Please.
coexist.
They occupy different stages, man. Please.
uh, that's the right opinion. Which one, the MJ one or what I just said about Euphoria? Gotta watch Maddie. Welcome to episode 10 of the Baroque Works broadcast. Lizard will be joining us later. We're keeping this one small and intimate and to the point this week because I gotta go out later and I should have done it yesterday. I was not in the mood. I was playing X Zodiac. I was having a great time, and I said, I'll make an X Zodiac video instead. Just like Star Fox, but Pat, say hi to the people, man.
Introduction or just say what's up?
So whatever you want to say.
Hello, everyone. I am adulting. It is hard. One Piece gives me a break from that. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. They said hello, Admiral Pat. What's up, Pat? By the way, says Chief. But yeah, Maddie, I understand, bro. I understand. What's your
Oh,
name?
Chief, how you doing, brother?
Alexi Demi. I don't know, but
Alexi to me. Yep.
just that's. I almost said peak fiction. That's peak IRL. It's just. I would not be here if it wasn't for her. Okay, so most of our topics have to do with the recent chapters that came out in the last month or so. It's been a month since we've done this. I don't remember exactly what chapter we left off on. Was it when Emu popped up the first time? Is that the last thing we ended up covering? I don't remember. I think it was when Emu actually descended, if I remember correctly.
Wow. I am woefully unprepared. Hold on. Normally it's Lizard that does this stuff.
It's true. It's true, but anyways, we could just start. I see. You know what? If I just go back 4 chapters, I would know because it's been a month, right? So, well, shit. Then you have to
No,
get
but we had two breaks.
breaks, and then Golden Week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, before Emu cooked the chicken wings with the Pirate Kings. I think you're right. I think it was right before the chapter before that. I think that sounds right. The chicken wings with the Pirate King is still funny to me. I don't care.
So I think what was it? 1179 when we saw the face reveal? That was the last chapter, right?
Nerona Emu descends is yes. I think yes. I think it was 1179 is the last thing we did. So we're on 180 and above. 180 and
Mm-hmm.
above. Okay, so we start at Omen. But yeah, like what did we think about the general main things that happened in these recent, I guess, 3 chapters? I will
Uh,
go ahead.
no, you start. It's your podcast.
Fair enough. Um I think one of the things that I think Oda did a great job doing immediately is establishing Emu as like a powerhouse and a threat. I think Emu's design looks really good, very fly. I'm very fond of the design. It's very interesting. I don't know what all the moving parts mean. I don't know that this has redeemed in my eyes necessarily how I feel about a lot of the inaction and perhaps mistakes and folly of Emu, but the chapter before when Emu was kind of like almost somewhat taking responsibility for that, saying we've been complacent, negligent, we've sat on our laurels for too long, and this was inevitable to happen. Blah blah blah. I will go myself. It's kind of like Thanos putting on the Infinity Gauntlet in the MCU. Like I'll do it myself. I felt like that was him taking a little bit of ownership. So I'm willing to give Emu like a clean slate to see how it all plays out and shapes out. But from a character standpoint, still not an Emu guy. Still can't root for Emu, but I haven't seen anything that I'm like that I dislike so far. It's been interesting. And Loki is hanging in there by himself. Actually, you know what? Let me not do that. Big Ragnir and Loki going crazy. I saw Ragnar shoot the ice beam from his hands. I said, hold on, no commands. You're gonna shoot ice when you want? Okay, that's clean. I fuck with that. So yeah, you guys know I'm a Loki glazer. Loki video coming out next Friday. I got anime footage now. I'm ready.
Oh God.
Go ahead though.
Uh, Um, first off, I just want to say that this nigga is absolutely scaring the shit out of me. Um, he pulls up, he slices Gert's index fingers and thumbs.
We gotta talk about that, by
Nigga
the way.
blocked Onigiri with a tail. That's when I knew we were about to be in for some shit. I was like, nah, bro. Like, he don't even need to use his regular human limbs to block one of Zoro's signature attacks. Oh my goodness, we are in big trouble. Then he goes to where Sanji is, and he actually kicks Sanji. And I think I was we were talking about this before with the appearance of Emu. Like, it's been a while since I've seen like a big humanoid person.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
not quite as big as Kaido, but like, like Katakuri size kinda.
yeah.
So
Katakuri's
like,
about 16 feet tall. So well, he is 16
so
feet
I
tall. He's
think I
closer to
think Emu's
17.
around that.
Closer to 17.
Yeah, I think Emu's around the same size based on like what has been shown, or maybe probably like Whitebeard height, maybe.
That's the general. Yeah, the chief said white beard height is what I. It approximately looked about that big to me. I can't tell
So
always,
like,
but that was just my guess.
when he blocked Sanji's kick and then sent a kick of his own, like the size discrepancy made my eyes pop out of my head because I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. This is very bad. Like I'm looking at it on screen right now. Like, the the look on Sanji's face when like the kick is coming is like, what?
Yep.
Nah, bro. And then
I
then Loki pulls up.
I think the
Yeah.
reason I could tell that Loki not Loki Emu was pretty big was I kind of just use I constantly remind myself we're in Elbaf. This is a giant
Hmm.
this is a giant place. So if anything, something that's normal as a house. If somebody's by the house and they're generally pretty visible, they're big. Because if I stand somewhere in Elbaf and you take a picture, I'm gonna be a little mini dot ant. Like, you're not gonna see me, nigga. I'm 6 feet. You're
Hmm.
not seeing me. That's how I knew. Even like I always go back to this scene where like Luffy's in giant form because I could see him on Loki's back, and I know Ragnar is big because of the hammer. And if I could see Luffy kind of clearly, that means he's in his giant form, and him and Ragnar are hitting emotes on top of Loki's fucking back because he's enormous. So I use that to keep that in mind. And Oda's actually been doing a good job with the scaling, I would say, using perspective tricks and things of that nature. Because that was the one thing I was worried about, and I've always been fascinated to see like the smaller characters fight the bigger characters. So he's been doing good with it. The big boot, and I said, "Is that a spinning kick?" And literally sat up. Nah, you're uncompressed. You Loki size. I'm not Bow. Okay, Bow is like NBA height. I'm a regular human height, man. I'm normal as hell. Chief is taller than me, as a matter of fact. So yeah, they be saying I'm compressed like a Tower God character, like Ivan Kill.
Nah, Chief, I feel you, bro. That spinning kick kind of had me shook. Not even kind of. It did have me shook. I was like, oh shit.
It's
Like, he's literally telling these niggas, I'm going to beat you at what you're good at.
yeah, like Zoro, your little dinky blades are nothing. What did they call it? Commoners hockey. Just no, you're done for. And then I always like it always sticks out to me because like it's not to say that just because Sanji's bread and butter. I don't like how I said that. Sanji's bread and butter is kicking. I don't know why. I just like how I said that. It's kicking. Anytime he goes like foot to foot with somebody and he comes out like on the like lower end, it stands out to me. Virgo, when his femur kind of cracked, though Virgo was much better with arm and hockey, so that does play into it. Him going foot to foot with Doflamingo in the air, like these kind of things stick out to me. So when Emu did the spinning kick, I'm like, nah, bro, that's your whole bag. Get it back in blood, get it back in blood when you can. So yeah, but it's Emu. I do think it was a good idea to have Emu do that to Zoro and Sanji just to kind of showcase, like, hey, it's different out here. I was disappointed in them. I'm not gonna pretend I'm not, but because at the end of the day, I know how much punishment those guys can take, and they were out for a little bit, but they're not out indefinitely. Like they're already both up and ready to go fight again and have to fight the souped up version of friggin' Summers and Killingham. But yeah,
Maybe it will actually be a fight this time.
they don't deserve it, but it's gonna be. I could
They
tell.
they they do not.
They don't.
They do not.
It's
But
not
this
gonna
would be
move
some
me.
justification.
I'm gonna hate it the whole time, but it is what it is. It's you know what's kind of funny? It reminds me of just now, like me, recently, like when my girl had finished like Dressrosa. Like I don't respect Pika. I'm like, oh my god, Zoro! Wait till Zoro gets his hands on you, you little bitch. You high pitched voice, little bitch. Like you can't hang. So yeah, I don't like. To me, you're not a worthy opponent. That's basically what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Beating Sanji with the kick is like someone dunking on Blake Griffin. It stands out. I'm still mad about the Virgo shits. Street saying Omen, Summers over Kaido. Chill. No, absolutely not.
No.
The street's not saying that. You said
Let's
that.
respect Kaido a little bit, please.
Now Loki over Kaido. Yeah. Everything else, we're going too far. We're going too far. If those motherfuckers saw Kaido, they dying. I'm trying to think. What else? How do you feel about Loki's showcase against Emu?
I think it's been spectacular. He's holding his own.
That's right. That's the right
Now,
answer.
um did I expect Oda to dedicate an entire chapter to that? No. And they're
Mm-hmm.
still going too, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought we were gonna get like little tidbits, but like the following chapter was literally the two of them going back and forth. And I was also surprised like towards the end of the fight, like we got a very animated face from Emu. That kind of shocked me
Mm-hmm. I do think.
because I thought he was going to keep up the stoic gimmick.
Yeah, it's a gimmick for sure. It's a nonchalant gimmick. It's not. That's not who you really are. Who you really. Side note. Do we think we don't think this? I'm sure we don't think this, but what do you think is happening with Gunko Princess Shuri right now? I keep forgetting that Emu was inside them. They got frozen by Niflheim and then or Ragnir, and then Emu just shoots like a fucking omen ball at it. And I'm like, did you just pack them up? But someone was like, they could probably heal if Emu could melt the ice. They just reform and heal with the fucking pact. So I'm like, I'm not sure what's happening with Shuri and Gunko because that still seems to be like something that's gonna be important later on, because of the Brook connection and whatever kingdom she's actually from. So I don't know if you have any ideas or thoughts, or I literally just remembered it because I think in the recent chapter they said it looked like she was dead at one point,
Yes.
and I'm like, that'd be a pretty weird decision to make right now. I don't think she's dead. So yeah, we'll see though.
I think she's still alive. But it is interesting to me that like he just like he didn't even bother to stop. He just took a glance, shot out omen ball, whatever, and kept it moving. Because I thought there would be more there since she was in the flower room
Mm-hmm.
with Emu back in the flashback with Rock.
Like Gunko
Uh,
seems
I,
to be a little more important and elevated even than maybe a holy knight because it's like you're constantly with them. When like you said, when Rox
mm-hmm.
pulls up to the flower room, you're there. Like so for you to just maybe but maybe that's a testament to the relationship. Maybe Emu doesn't want to show that. So maybe with Summer it's just like and like Killingham is like get your fucking shit together. Here's an omen. And with I guess maybe that's it. Maybe for him it's reversed. If he cares more, it's gonna be more reserved. But then again, we've seen evidence to the contrary. So we just got to see how it all plays out. Because the thing about emu that I always did find interesting is that emu, anything that has existed 800 years ago that has resurfaced, been remixed, or has reincarnated in any way, shape, or form, emu refers to as its initial incarnation, if you will. You're from the Davy clan. You're the strongest of the Davy clan right now. Zebek, your name is Davy.
Yeah.
Joy Boy, you're Joy Boy or you're Nika. And I do think there's a distinction there, but we'll figure it out later. You're Nidhogg. You're not even Loki. Like you're not even Herald's son. You are Nidhogg. You know what I mean? Like, and like at one point, I think Loki said something about I don't care. I'm not gonna have anybody dominate me, and I'm pretty sure that reminded Emu of something about Joy Boy. And then he just starts tweaking out. Isn't that right,
Yeah.
Joy Boy? I'm like, oh boy, you tweaking? You tweaker over here. Tranquilo. Where did that come from? So,
Nah, that really caught me off guard.
and like his elongated mouth too, like just yelling it out. It was mad funny.
It was giving it kind of reminded me of
Crocodile's
remember
first
when
crash out.
Super Boo?
Oh, okay, never mind. Go ahead. Oh, okay, Fever Boo. Yeah, yeah.
That too, but yes, when Super Boo was yelling in the hyperbolic time chamber and then his mouth like dropped all the way down, like that's kind of where my mind went.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I feel it. Um, he been holding that in for 800 years. I don't blame him. Time to move on, pal. Time to move on, buddy. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is I only saw this like twice in passing, but Biblau the owl, Washington, he who knows 10,000 things, is definitely way more important than I thought it was an important bird, but I'm starting to feel like this bird is doubly important. You done took all the books and hid it in the secret part of the library. Who the fuck are you? Are you Luis Arnaud? Like, who is that? Who is, like, I feel like Biblau is somebody important from history, or I guess some people are saying from the Joy Boy era, possibly, but I don't know if you have any ideas. Like, Luis Arnaud seems to be the one that people are guessing. The one who said, don't linger in Elbaf for too long, blah, 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 some.
Naya, don't you see? This is the fucking owl that was an Avatar in the
That's
library.
what I
He
said. It's
crossed over,
Washington.
gone.
It's a spirit, bro. I know it can talk, too. I'm with you. I know it can talk.
I have 100% no doubt that he's going to start talking.
And it's gonna and I have this feeling that it should have like the most scholarly like language. Like
Don't that nigga got glasses?
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that nigga definitely can talk. No, ain't nobody that wear glasses can't speak. Nah, impossible.
It is rudimentary that we all comprehend history to its utmost limits. Therefore, we cannot repeat the mistakes of the past. like that's how I expect that nigga to talk. It's obvious that Joy Boy, Emu, and Nidhogg were at some point on the same side. I wonder if that means they might have all been evil at first. Elaborate on the evil part. That owl about to start singing Drake's worst songs. No, it's not an Oviho owl. Okay, that is he who knows 10,000 things. The great library of Washington. Yeah, I think Bibla was maybe I don't people went straight to Joy Boy era. It makes sense to me. I'm not mad at it. I don't remember how old it said it was, but it's probably a very ancient owl. But it would be interesting if it's a character we don't actually know about, and it's just like one of Joy Boy's companions or crew members or something maybe. But I do think Luis Arnott being a candidate makes some sense to me. It's possible. It's not impossible to me. Is basically what I'm saying. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but we gonna see, man.
Yeah, it's funny when you like texted me and brought up the name. I was like, where have I heard that name before? I'm like, I was literally turning blue in the face trying to rack my brain. I was like, I know I saw that name or heard it somewhere. Then it was like, oh, literally when we started LBAF, that was the one that gave the quote about how time is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do think he's gonna have something philosophical to say in regards to like the Void Century or the mural that's on a tree, especially with uh, Nerona being on Elbaf right now. I think this is the perfect time to give us like some sort of introductory to the flashback. So, sometimes Oda does flashbacks in pieces, so maybe we'll get our first piece of the Void Century here.
It's possible. I agree with that. Um, I do find it interesting that Emu isn't being played as straight as the girls say were. The girls say like sounded had zero comedic moments or faces. I think it's the right decision though. I don't think that Emu has done anything particularly like comedic in nature, but the character is a lot more multifaceted than you would think immediately, which I think is a good decision. Because obviously there's
Yes.
gonna be some type of story with maybe Emu being friends with Joy Boy or Davy or something, and there's a rift that split. Like we're gonna have to like get into the quote unquote sympathy bag. Not that that's not gonna work on me, but we're gonna like humanize Emu in some way, shape, or form, Nerona, if you will, in some way, shape, or form. I assume in the flashback. So I'm with you. I'm with
I'm
you.
I'm very I'm very curious as to the situation that transpired between Emu, Joy Boy, Lily,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Nid, not Nidhogg, Ragnar,
God of War,
because
maybe.
like I don't know, because Ragnar like was talking to him like like the meme that I sent you was like, I hate you, nigga, let's die.
Oh
Like
my
we need
god.
Chopper over here to translate, bro. I want to know what he's saying to this man.
It's gonna be like remember like MTV back in the day when they just say like 18 curses in a row. Beep mother beep beep, and then when I see your beep 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 beep, but then like it's just gonna be blurred out everything. I was cussing that nigga stink. I could see it. I felt the emotion, Ragnar. I felt it. It's very interesting that these important animals are all giants: Biblo, Ragnar, and Zunisha. Mm, and I think I
Also,
yeah.
now as the side note, I still am holding fast to the theory that zone users have a type of advantage against Emu's Domi Reversi because like him not being able to do it on Luffy and uh, Loki, and then Chopper being able to knock people out of it. I feel like there's something there.
Some type of Zoan disadvantage.
Hmm.
Well, is Chopper the forest god? I've been asked that question so many times, and I'm like, I don't know how that makes any sense. So no, not to me, but we'll see what happens. Like not a single thought process in my brain makes that make sense to me, But I don't know. Never know what could happen. So we'll see. We spoke about Loki's performance against Emu. Do you think Luffy will perform better if assuming they don't team up at some point? This was a question Lizard asked. So he asked, "Do you think will perform better against Emu, Luffy or Loki?"
It's hard to say because I mean I'm kind of looking at the fight right now as a 2v1. I mean because Ragnar is doing his thing as well.
Yeah, we jumping niggas.
But
Hell
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean I don't think if it was just Loki by himself that he would necessarily struggle. I think he's doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Um, I can't really say I think Luffy will do better, probably about the same, but the combined might of both Luffy and Loki at the same time would be enough to drive him back.
Or maybe um kind of extend that possible time limit people we think Emu might possibly have. So like they could push Emu long enough where Emu has to return to the Holy Land unless he coughs out a Niagara Falls worth amount of blood. A Zoro, what a Zoro amount worth of blood? Does that nigga be losing kilos? So, if Chopper is the forest god after losing the trees, I'm pulling up one out. Not the trees. Oh my goodness. That's just seducing woods, right? Big Whole Cake Island. I was in Big Mom Island. Maybe mythical Zoans can't be turned. I think remember they said those fruits are almost sentient. No, I don't. Zoans are the ones that I think like the fruit itself have the strongest personalities or can take you over if it's awakened or whatever. Mythical Zoans are the rarest devil fruit subcategory, even rarer than Logias. I don't think you have to be ancient or like special Zoan for it to work. I think if even if you just Rob Lucci, I think I don't think Emu can like turn you or like Domi reverse to you or whatever the case may be. I think you have to willingly give up your freedom to Emu with the contract for that to work. I do think Domi Reversi and the contracts have absolutely different parameters and rules for them to work now that I'm thinking about it. So we gon' see. We gon' see. But I expect them to do Luffy and Loki do about this the same. I almost feel like Luffy could do more damage, but he won't be able to sustain it because he still has that stamina issue. But I think they're gonna end up working together at some point. That's my best guess. So
Yeah,
I think
I like
before
right
Loki takes like a
now.
fatal blow or like a real super blow, like Luffy will come in and then they'll be like about damn time and like all right, 3 against 1, fight back, nigga.
Yeah, I think Luffy is stronger than Loki, but I don't really think it's by much. I think it's like just a little main character tax, especially after being Kaido. Um, so I definitely think also that when Luffy sees Emu and Emu sees Luffy, he's gonna be like, "Oh, it's Nika," and it's gonna trigger another reaction. Luffy's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
I think so. I don't know how I still don't know how I feel about the Loki and Luffy thing. I think Luffy's biggest advantage, in my opinion, is he completely nullifies the lightning that Loki can unleash, which is a big deal. Like that's my biggest
So
like.
you think Luffy would do something like hold Emu down while Loki charges up like super mega 1,000 watts?
That would be fire. Or like Luffy can like ride it the way he like grabbed the lightning. You know, they could get some silly combinations going if you know what I
Oh,
mean. It's all about the
oh,
imagination of the user. All right, so because I could see him like almost like Luffy's being a missile, like a missile inside the lightning as it's being fired at Emu and he comes out of it. You know, like that'll be sick. I'm here for it. With Ragnar being revealed to be a mythical Zoan, we are approaching numbers that surpass the amount of Logias present. Does that fact bother anyone? I don't know if you agree with this, Pat. I try my best to keep it in perspective from this very standpoint. And I know how that can seem frustrating, but here's how I look at it. We have seen a myriad of Conqueror's hockey users at this point. We have. We've seen a lot. I try to take it hyper literally. If you amount for every single living being in One Piece across all the races, and you take the amount of Conqueror Hockey's users we've seen, it's actually the smallest, tiniest percent. You get what I'm saying? Like I know we've seen a
yeah,
lot, and maybe at this point we've seen just as many Conquerors users as we've seen as every other hockey user. But from an actual overall general percentage standpoint, it's very low. So I would probably apply a similar logic to the mythical Zoans. We're in the part of the story where Conquerors, mythical Zoans, and having like these special elevated fruits are the ones that are kind of the most important or the ones that help you kind of like attain power in a way. And you could say it's kind of like not earning it. I can understand you like not feeling that a super fly, but mythical zones are probably still like if you take it in amongst like all devil fruits, it's still the rarest. But I don't know how many zones in general we've seen. I'd like to compare that. That'd be interesting to look at. Maybe I'll do that right now.
yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. When I think about it, it's like the people, for the most part, the people that have been shown to be conquerors hockey users are people that you would expect it from based on like their position. So
Mm-hmm.
Garp, Hero of the Marines, the Monkey D lineage. I mean, Dragon is unconfirmed, but we're kind of like 80% sure that he has it as well. There's Luffy, then Hancock, Pirate Empress, Don Chinja, nigga was splitting continents. Um, Again, Zoro is epitaph now as King of Hell, and he's gonna be the world's strongest swordsman, so it makes sense for him to have it. Uh, I mean, I guess like the people like that would be contentious when you think about it is like Sengoku and Kid. Those two you could be like, okay, maybe they didn't need to have it. I get why he gave it to Kid though, because it's like he wanted him to be like rivaling Luffy in a way.
Hmm.
But Sengoku, I'm not really sure about that one.
So what I'm gonna say, so I'm looking at a list right now. There actually is a lot more mythicals than I gave credit for. Like the Ryu no Mi model Nidhogger, Risu no Mi model Radakaska, whatever however you say that. Then obviously the model dragon, Kirin, the one that Killingham has. Um,
Oh, that's a
I
mythical.
yeah, apparently the one that Stronger has, the Uma no Mi model Pegasus, is a mythical zone. I didn't know that. I have to fact check that myself.
All right,
Um,
Oda's taking a piss.
yeah, you got Yamato's Inu no Mi model Ukuchi no Makami.
Yes,
You,
that one makes sense.
yeah,
That's a prominent being in Japanese mythology.
yeah. We got the what the fuck is this one? Hito no Mi model on Yondu. What the fuck is this? Oh, wait, is that Chopper's fruit?
No,
Isn't his?
Chopper was a human.
Oh
Human.
no, this is the fucking fox, Onimaru from Wano.
Oh yes, yes,
I,
yes.
I forgot I forgot about that. Okay, so I don't know that I knew he ate a devil fruit. So that's another one. We got the Yamato no Orochi. We got Katarina Devon's Kitsune, Mononosuke,
Ah,
Mononosuke.
ah.
I know Model Buddha, the Phoenix, and then we got Luffy's. I think was the last one. So actually, a decent amount of mythicals that we've seen was supposed to be the rarest devil fruit. But if you take in count all 44 Zoans that we've seen, obviously it's still less than like the average, and then the normal devil fruits still outweigh the mythical. I don't know that they overtake the ancient though. I think we've seen less ancients. I think we've seen more mythical than ancient, but not more than normal. So keep that in mind. One
That
ancient.
nigga gave a mythical to Davon, bruh.
But
Ah, Oda.
that one I knew though. That one I knew because she's a Kitsuna that can like transform. I actually think I knew that one. I remember that one. But
I remember it was a
the
Kitsune,
Pegasus
but I
one
didn't
for
know it was
Stronger is taking the piss. They don't need to do that one.
mythical.
What about compared to Logias? There's definitely more. I don't think we have that many Logias, but I could check for you.
I would have been kind of stingy with the Lokias lately.
I agree. And a part of me thinks there's a reason behind it, but I don't know.
I don't think he likes to give people like nature manipulation powers too much because the possibilities are kind of rigid.
There's only 13. And this is me
Didn't we
not
talk about this before?
this is me not counting the yeah, not counting the what you call it, the non-canon ones, but there's only 13. Smoker, Crocodile, Ace Sabo, Enaru, Kuzan, Teach, Borsalino, Sakazuki, Karasu, Karibu, Clown. I said Clown. Caesar. Why did I say Clown first? Caesar, Monet, who's dead,
Because he is a clown.
and Aramaki. That's I didn't know. I didn't know. So that's 13 Logias. So I think we counted what 10 mythicals. Let me go back. I lost my page. This is an interesting exercise. I'm kind of having fun with this. I feel like
Hey man,
if I was a good creator, I'd make a video about this, but I'm not. I'm not
Oda be
gonna.
doing Oda be doing this shit too. He be on the wiki just like us. Nigga said I be forgetting the wiki is a godsend.
That shit is hilarious. He's like, oh shit. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, it was like the copying homework and Oda being the last one to copy his own like the thing. One, two,
Hold on, bro. I'll be right back.
three. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I ended up counting 12 mythical. So Odo's got to start busting out the wind Logia. We need to see the I don't know, the not even plant Logia, the earth Logia, the dust Logia. We need to see the water Logia because it's not looking good. It's not looking good. That's kind of crazy. No, Groose is. I don't think Groose is a Logia. Groose was always a Paramecia. I think he manipulates clay or something. I could check that for you. But remember this. This is something that I learned later on, like maybe about 5 or 4 years ago. Apparently, Logias are things that are naturally found in nature. It can't be man-made, right? The reason why Katakuri ended up getting changed from a Logia to a special Paramecia is because mochi is a man-made substance, I think, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to make mochi, but like, so like, you probably couldn't be something like, I don't know, a chocolate Logia because it's like refined something something something, but like the natural state of it maybe. So like things like smoke is natural of fire is natural, swamps are natural, water, wind, lightning, these things are natural, ice is natural. Like ice can be man-made for sure, but they're natural things, so keep that in mind when you think about Logias. And that could be what's limiting Oda from being able to have so many because of that stipulation. So yeah. Chief put me on a huge side quest just now looking at all these fruits, but that was fun. That being said, let's get those mythical elemental Logias, Mana and Ki Logia coming. I mean Pegasus ain't real. What about wait, I read that already. The easiest way to introduce strong devil fruits, there are a ton of myths from order to pull from. I kind of agree with this. Like I expect to see a griffin someday. Like a griffin, you know what I mean? Nah, Prince Cruise isn't one. King in the Indies. What's going on? What's going on? Afa. Emu already got the Flame of the Night from Hitman Reborn. Let's just make all the sky flames Logias. Give me that cloud flame, baby. Give me that mist flame. There's natural clay, right? I don't know. Let's look it up. The Groose thing comes from the fact that one of the fodder pirates asked if it was people have to remember characters can be wrong. It's also like I even remember when I first saw Magellan, I thought he was a Logia. But it's like no, he can just coat himself in poison and manipulate it and create it and blah blah blah, but he can't turn intangible poison. I think for people with Caesar, they forget Caesar's not a poison Logia. He's gas. Gas is oxygen, carbon. It's gas. Water has a gas form, vapor, steam. Like he's all of those things. It's not just poison. So I think people forget that gas is natural. So yeah, Oda might need to bust out the cassette beast Logia. Listen, I thought the candy Logia from the Dead End Adventure movie, the race, the race, the Gasparde. I like that. I thought that was fly. I thought it was cool. There was like a honey. Okay. Let me look up clay. Let's do some research. What is clay? Clay is a fine-grained natural soil material containing clay materials. It's highly plastic, malleable and sticky when wet, but becomes hard and rock-like when baked or dried or fried. What is clay? Sorry, give me a second. So it's microscopic mineral particles, primarily something called hydrous aluminum, something something. So no, it's refined. It's refined. So it's technically not like the natural state of something. What is the natural state of clay? Yeah, clay is fine grained, earthy material. I still think a Earth Logia would make sense because
I'm back.
I feel like what's up? I feel like Aramaki is more plant life and flowers and like trees, jungles, forest stuff. So I still think if one that focuses on like like rock could make sense.
Rock Logia. That
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah.
I know. A crocodile sand, but still like sand
No, they're
bending.
different.
Yeah,
They're different things.
yeah.
Like obviously, like you have minerals of sand inside some rocks, but
Hmm.
not all of them.
What is Morel again?
Morel from
Was he clay? Was he clay as well? I can't remember. I gotta remember what the fuck he was doing. I don't remember what he was doing. Morel, One
the
Piece.
Revolutionary, right?
Yeah, yeah, the giant.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking of Hunter x Hunter for a second.
Oh, sorry, because
Uh,
I said his name super duper wrong. It's Morley. I was thinking of some deep purple. That's my bad. The
I
Oshi no Mi
was like,
is.
wait, what?
Oh, it says allows the user to move and shape the ground as if it was malleable like clay. It's not. It's called a push fruit. Derived
Push,
from
push.
to push brush things aside. So it's not actually clay he's using. So what the prince is using is actually like okay. All right. I learned something new today. I didn't know that. Thought that nigga was using Play-Doh or something. Gaspard they damn. Caesar should have been much stronger than he is. He could literally become any type of gas. That's wild. I mean, he did technically beat a lot of the strongest characters by just removing the oxygen. You got to give him that. But yeah, he's a punk. I was about to ask, what about lava? Like a kind of doesn't exist. I need to go back to school. I had the thought, but I caught myself when I was thinking about it already, so I didn't go to lava or magma. But I had the thought too. I'm not. I won't even leave you alone on the cliff over there. I had the same thought, brother. It's okay. I was like, oh, what about lava? And I'm like, Sakazuki is literally right there, bro. What's wrong with me? But I didn't say it out loud. Yeah, I was literally thinking that the push, yeah. Yeah, I try to. So I think Earth, I feel like you can do. You could do, I guess, obviously wind and water. I'm trying to think of other just like elemental things in nature that are like natural. I think Oda is being limited by the kind of like idea behind it. But if he wants to remove that and bring things like the candy and chocolate logias and shit, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right.
Now, I think Zaza is kind of interesting to me because this is like the first devil fruit that's like the closest when it comes to water.
Mm-hmm.
Like rain and water. I mean, obviously they're both water, but like it's different principles, right? Because like rain is precipitation, so like first you have to condense before you can let the drops out, whereas water is already something that exists.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be manipulating it as is.
Yeah, but
So it's like
I
because I
did get
never thought
Logia.
we'd
I
see a
did get
devil
Water
fruit.
Logia vibes from this a little bit, but obviously it's a dream demon. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see a devil fruit that like actually just manipulates water straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little surprised to see Rain God in the last chapter because I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Um, you see, clans. I'd be cool with a glass Logia, but unfortunately, glass is man made. It's like superheated sand, right? It's putting sand at extremely high temperatures in some special whatever. So it's like it's not natural. Technically, the natural version of glass would be what crocodile is. So I don't know. I think we'll get a water Logia, maybe something unique like plasma. I think we'll get a water one. I think we'll get it. I have
At
half
the
a mind.
very end.
I have half a mind like because we think it's gonna be so broken. Oda will kind of trivialize it and give it to somebody whack, or like someone will have it and Loki will just hit him once with like thing and freeze them and be like, anyways. I kind of have that thought. Dust would be cool. I think dust could probably work. It'd probably be a little similar to crocodile, but I think it could work. Glass turn someone to a magnifying glass and solar beam them is hilarious. the sun god just come and beam him down. That's the only. That's one of two techniques in Pokemon that I figured out on my own. I thought I was so smart. If I use Sunny Day, and then I use Solar Beam, I don't have to wait a turn. I thought I was so smart. And then when I learned that lightning moves don't miss in the rain, and I'm like, you use Rain Dance, and then I spam Thunder. Anyways, I mean, Big Mom would have turned Wave into a homie. True. We have seen some water things, I guess, at the end of the day. But anyways, that was a nice tangent and detour. I enjoyed that. All right. Let's see. So this question is about the relationship between Zaza and Nika and what we think their relationship could have been like. So I guess the whole thing right now is people are starting to think about all the various gods that exist: the forest god, the god of earth, the sea devil, if you will. I already said sun god, but you know what I mean. Like, so people are trying to figure out, like, are these guys still around? Have they been reincarnated in a similar way that Nika went to Joy Boy, went to Luffy? Not entirely sure how we see it, but do you think that maybe like Joy Boy or Nika were like friends with these mythical beings, if you will? And do you think they were actually gods or just people with broken devil fruits or something?
Yeah, I think
I
the
asked a lot of questions. My bad. Start with the
no, no.
other devil fruits. I did the shit I hate reporters do to athletes. That's like 8 questions and you've been rambling for a minute. I don't fucking remember what you said. Go ahead.
No, I think the first people that had quote unquote devil fruit abilities had innate powers. So people like referred to them as God. Then they
Mm-hmm.
transferred the powers over in the form of a fruit afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the way Emu was talking, it's like it kind of reminds me of like the way Gil would talk in Fate when he was like, "Oh, that was once mine."
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I was answering something for my game on Sunday. Yeah. I see it. I fuck with it. People who become the deified after death. Ooh, that's a good.
Yes. No,
Mm,
that's what I was getting at. So I
mm.
think they once they passed on the powers, they were like mythicized after time.
So like Nika was
So people
probably like a
refer to them as
very
God.
strong warrior of liberation who got seen as a deity, and thus that's kind of what created maybe the Hitonomi model Nika.
Yes.
Okay, we're on a
And
similar
then
page.
because like the devil fruits probably carried the will of the original user
Mm-hmm.
because they created it or manifested it into a fruit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like whatever conflict that there was between Nika and Emu, the fruit will naturally always avoid Emu's clutches.
Mm-hmm. Or the world government or anything that could lead to Emu.
Yes. So they're destined to be at each other's throats. Like they're destined to be at odds with each other. So I
Okay.
think like now that we've thrown in like Zaza into the picture, I think that this is just another person that was like within their circle when whatever went down 800 years ago or possibly before that.
Mm-hmm. I think that makes the most amount of sense. I know Vegapunk threw out what he threw out, and it was more of a theory than it was a concrete. This is exactly how devil fruits were made. But going off of that, what we do know about them, I think that makes the most sense. Because I've always thought that Nika was actually like I say a regular person, but what I mean by that is I think Nika was just like a warrior. Like I have a shield and a spear, and I beat niggas asses, and I free people. I don't know if there was some technique or thing that Nika did that maybe made it look like Nika's limbs could stretch or something. Because you gotta wonder, like, where does that idea come from? That this warrior could
Mm-hmm.
could elongate themselves. Maybe there's like a technique or like a illusion or something they use that made people think like, oh, like this dude is like stretchy or rubbery or whatever. Um, and I think Joy Boy was the first person to eat that fruit, and then Luffy's the second one, if anything, right? Oh, yeah, the second one. So Nika exists, Nika dies, whatever, deified, legendary, blah blah blah. Joy Boy exists, becomes the first pirate, eats that fruit. awakens it, has like the sun god liberation powers, and now it's Luffy's turn. Like that's kind of how I see it. So maybe with something like the rain god or whatever, it could be somebody with a specific fruit that exists again. But it would be more interesting to me if some of these gods that maybe existed from back 800 years ago plus are still alive today, but they're just dormant for one reason or another. Like I like the idea that it's like this was the one that actually met Joy Boy. Like this is not a reincarnation. This is not like the next coming of the Rain God. This is the Zaza that met Nika or met Joy Boy. I think that'd be cool. Mix it up a little bit.
Yes, I came to this conclusion because like Zaza has such a humanoid appearance.
Yeah, it's like a almost like
So
a
I
like a
was
like a priest or a Shinto Miko. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? But like a yeah. Anyways, continue.
yes, Amiko. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, if they're saying like this is something I find most scary, then obviously Zaza was once an enemy of Nika, not Nika, Emu as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a story that they've been fed to like fear Zaza, fear Nika, and it's just like Emu's prejudice seeping into like the younger generations of Holy Knights.
You gotta also wonder how and where they learn these things too, right? Like was this told like a children's tale? Like oh the Zaza demon will get you if you don't do your homework and go to sleep and like I don't know. Like I wonder if tales of Zaza were also as prominent as maybe not as popular, but also similar to like the sun god tales like of Nika. So seems like devil fruits were created in the second world. So I definitely think originally they were just warriors with special abilities. I do like the idea that they maybe before Devil Fruits there was still some supernatural stuff and powers. Like I'm sure they were mad strong and stuff, but I don't know if they could stretch and like create like light beams and things like that. But it'd be interesting to know if a power system actually changed for some reason or another. Never know.
They probably did, because they what you call it, the technology from back then was better than what's in the current world now because they reset the world. So it's not out the realm of possibility.
I'm with you. I'm with you. They say in a thousand years ago from now, Luffy will be heralded as the god of pirates.
The
You got
Kaizoku god Luffy.
God of the World Teach. Well, got a nice ring to it. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
if somebody had the Zaza fruit in current time, who do you think it would be? And then we'll also tap into the other guesses on the bearers of the other god fruits mentioned in Skypiea and stuff. And then we'll leave it there for now. But what do we know about? We know there's a sea devil. There's a god of earth, I believe, right? A forest god. Sorry, right?
hmm
Rain god. What am I missing? I think I'm missing one.
sun god.
But yeah, but that's like
Or are you talking
Nika.
about the ones that we don't know?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like the Killingham appearance is based on Killingham's preferences. He wanted to goon to his fears, so he made her an attractive woman. I think the real Zaza looks different. That's interesting. Yeah, he had his own spin to it. We'll see though. God of the Sea Demon. God, did they call it God of the Sea or Sea Demon in the Harley text? Now, I gotta go back. Where them Harley
In
texts?
Skypiea?
Yeah.
I don't know. I done read like three different translations for Skypiea at this
That's the
point.
problem. And I know some of them are like woefully inaccurate. like
That's why I
like
gotta learn how to read Japanese, bro.
I wish I took it seriously when I said I was going to. Okay, there was the sun god appeared. The earth god was furious. There's an earth god, a forest god. The sea god rampaged. Okay, so I think we got what we need. So rain god, forest god, earth god. I just lost the last one. I swear I just had it. Oh, it's sea and the sea god. Okay. let's write it down so I don't. Let's write these down so I don't forget. Okay, we'll start with the rain god. So, rain, sea, earth, forest. Where is the air god? Where's the wind god? Where's Aang?
The wind god.
Where's Angie? I already
It's
saw
so
that
funny,
trick.
niggas in Avatar don't be having a last name. That's so funny.
Just Katara from the Water Tribe, nigga. People were saying Nami for the rain god. I don't like it. I don't want it to be that. They
For the
get.
rain god, I'm thinking
I threw out Cheetah
dragon.
Oshi just for fun. Dragon is another one that I think Dragon came up a few times, which makes sense. I'm not mad at that. Um, the rain god dragon, eh? But I still feel like do you think his powers is wind or is it climate control?
I think it's climate control because,
Okay.
like, the day that they left the East Blue, it was raining like something fierce,
Mm-hmm.
and the way the people was acting, at least in my opinion, like acting like the weather was a little unusual that day.
Okay. Okay. Either dragon's a wind logia or rain god or storm. Moral sea,
I
earth,
am the storm
sun,
that
and
is
forest.
approaching, provoking. Let me stop.
That's a good song. The Dragon just got giant fan. Y'all gonna be disappointed. He got the Madara fan, or just a big ass fan. He got the Kyoshi fan. That's what he got. Uh, you think it's weather? I think I'm leading there too because I think if he's gonna be a sun god, it makes sense for him to be able to control weather. Maybe not be a wind logia. There was lightning, wind, and rain. Um, I guess if we're doing that, if I had to go see God, I don't know, Shiroshi, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I Part of me is hoping that this isn't really a thing. I don't know that I want to see God or a rain god and a forest god and an earth god. I don't know. It's one of those things. I just want to see how it's executed. Execution will decide everything. But I'm not entirely sure that I'm into this idea. So it's harder for me. Y'all think the storm fruit will be a paramecia or a logia? Logia, but it'll be like the strongest. I mean, a paramecia, but it'll be like a strong paramecia or a special paramecia. And if it's
Special
awakened,
paramecia.
yeah, because like Katakuri. So
No, it's just funny to me because it's like I don't think that was a term before he came into the picture.
no, he was a logia before. He corrected it in the volumes. I think it was. He went to special paramecia. Um,
So he's the only one.
yes, he's the only one that is mentioned to be as one. But before we learned Luffy was what he was, Luffy had a lot of overlap with some of the nonsense. Not the nonsense. Some of the things that what the fuck food I was just talking about. Just lost it. Oh, I found that there's a lot of overlap between Luffy's ability and Katakuri's. I found I would argue that the next person after that probably in my opinion is Das Bones. Cause it also just physically changes the makeup of his body to be constantly steel. Whether or not he's actually turning his body into a part of a blade. So anyways, yeah. Hidden mythical zone. I'm with you. I would be sick to my stomach if Chopper was the forest god or hidden paramecia. Yeah, I don't know where they fit in. Hidden mythical zone. I mean, LOL. He's 1 for 1. Yeah, yes, because Katakuri could like mold his body around shit like a Logia. You would think, but it's really his
Mm-hmm.
future sight was so good he can shape himself around it. But it also made his body perpetually mochi, where if you punched him, he can kind of stay adhesive and kind of stick you. The way that when Luffy ate the fruit, his body is constantly rubber, so he's pretty much he's immune to blunt force trauma attacks, but he can also stretch and eventually affect the environment around him. So it's like there was a lot of overlap to me with Cat, Luffy, and Das Bones, I guess. So I thought maybe those three would be Pressa Paramecias, but then Luffy cheated and he said, "I'm a mythical, fucking Zoan." And I was like, "All right, dude." When Frankie revealed to be the Machine God, now he a freak god. No, I'm kidding. Frankie, man, I still have so much hopes and dreams for Frankie to invent some dope ass shit and be the better Vegapunk. Like Vegapunk's a whole ass nigga.
We are on the cusp. Believe me. After that supercharge that Lilith done gave him, yeah, bigger and better things are coming. I see it.
Yeah, Sword God Zoro. I guess just the last part of the question we already kind of went over, but it says, do we think Zaza is currently embodied in a devil fruit today? And if so, who was the current user, as well as the previous one? Previous one, don't know. Some Joy Boy companion, I guess, or Joy Boy adjacent person. And we kind of went over who we thought it was, but I do think probably it is a fruit that makes you like quote unquote the reincarnation or next coming of the Zaza. It wouldn't surprise me if it went to like someone like Monkey D Dragon, a Monkey D Dragon, I guess, because he's trying to like change the world and shit like that. Do you think the flooding that Vegapunk warned us about has any plays into this at all, or I'm just overthinking water related?
I
um,
think that's a direct correlation with the ancient weapon usage.
mm, okay. The anime better go crazy with the Frankie theme. It's been a minute since they used it. I saw my nigga Loki and 2K clean. Got the scream out. Called out by Loppy. Just uh Luffy went gear forth and almost rocked this shit. He said, "Oh, he's like, I'm gonna kill you when I'm free." And look at y'all best friends working together. Is there anything about the recent chapters or anything that's happened recently that you think we need to touch on? Let me actually take a look at 80 or 180 1. I actually kind of want to talk about the whole Ragnar Radakasker thing
Okay.
because to me it seems like somehow he transferred himself into the weapon, into the hammer, based
Mm-hmm.
on based on the dialogue. Um, sorry, my girlfriend's calling me. Let me just tell her. Give me a second.
Okay.
Because I forgot who I was arguing. I think it was Lizard I was arguing with, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't they say that the god of war was the Nidhogger and would fight with an ice squirrel? And they said that later on he like transferred his soul into the hammer, and I read that, I'm like, okay, so I was right. So I'm like, how does this work? Like did a regular squirrel eat that ability? Is that what happened? I don't know. I've questioned. Let me see if I can't find the page. Give me a second.
I thought it was. It's not the hammer that ate the squirrel.
Hmm.
I mean, the hammer that ate the devil fruit that turned into a squirrel.
Is that what it was? I thought they said Rada put his soul in the hammer. Yeah. What's up, Haku? You can hop in if you want. By the way, I just I just was really lazy today, and I'm like, I don't want to do a 5 hour stream. So whoever remembers to show up to like the weekly like One Piece is not out, just come through. I was tired. I just want to know what Ragnar was saying to Emu because that nigga was cursing. He was definitely cussing him stink, which was hilarious.
Yeah, it's the hammer that ate the fruit that turned into a squirrel.
So am I bugging?
Yeah, because it says squirrel fruit model.
Hold on, I gotta find the page. Wish I remember what chapter it was. I really wish I did. You gotta give
It,
me a
it's,
second.
it's the recent one, 1182.
No, I know. 1182 has a mentions it, but there's a chapter where Yorul is talking about it, and
Oh,
he says something that stuck out to me as like a, I don't call it a contradiction. I was just like, wait a minute, that's not what I had just read? Did I? So give me a second to try to find it. Oh, I really wish I remember what chapter it was in. The Ragnar thing might explain how devil fruits were created. I kind of like that idea. That's kind of raw. If like actually like whatever he did was secretly like a clue.
I want to know how inanimate objects can eat devil fruit. What is this shit, Oda? We have not gotten a concrete explanation of how that works.
since friggin' what you
Mr. Four, right?
yeah, I was trying to remember the Dax Han. What the fuck is the model of the dog called again? It's a I don't know dogs. I can't remember what it was. It was a model. I don't know.
I do believe it's a dachshund. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not an animal person,
That
but
nigga's name is Mr. Four because he bats cleanup. Like Oda. That's so on the nose.
it was good though. That was good.
That Japanese people are so funny to me with that shit.
It is funny because like sometimes like me and my girl will be talking and just like when you really think about it, like her name is just like Snow or like Yuki or like oh her name is Kudo. Like your name is Black. Should be funny as hell to me sometimes. You see, I'm seeing what you wrote there, Chief, but I don't know how to pronounce that. I remember the first time I saw it written, I'm like, bro, what did you just say to me? I don't speak that, bro.
I don't know if it's pronounced lasso or lasso, but yes, this
Lasso, I
is
think it was. I
dachshund.
think it was Lasso, but um, I don't think I went back enough chapters. Frank Free
Yes,
was another
it's the
one,
gun.
yes. I think it was actually the chapter called Nidhogg, and now I'm thinking about it. I think it was this one.
The gun ate the dog fruit model dachshund.
Okay,
How?
okay. All right. So let's read it. Let's read it here, and then we'll compare it to what the newest chapter says. Right. So I found it. So I have to remember it's literally the chapter called Nidhogg. We talk about like the god of war. So as you can see here, so the fruit was forbidden and hidden due to its immense power. Not quite. It just been protected by the Hammer Garden Ragnir. So Hammer Garden Ragnir. Yes. In Elbaf, there is a legend about a god of war who fought with Ragnir. Now, I think what always throws me off is this. Maybe the picture is more symbolic than anything because if you're holding the hammer and you're showing me the squirrel, they can't both be one and the same identity. But maybe it's just to show me like there's the squirrel and there's the hammer, but they're both the same thing. So I think it's the image that throws me off more than anything. But it said he took the form of a giant dragon and locked horns with the sun god. He was accompanied by that loyal partner, the ice squirrel Radakasker. To make a long story short, after his master died, they said the loyal Radakasker came to possess the weapon Ragnir and awaits his master's returns, or so the legend goes. Now, obviously, it could just be wrong. It's a legend. Could just be something that's lost at time. But you could see here it says it came to possess the weapon. So Ragnir was always the name of that hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow, the squirrel possessed it. So that's the part that throws me off a lot when I'm thinking about it. So what did it say in the new chapter now?
It said Ragnir, um, and then it said squirrel fruit model Ratatasker.
Yeah, Ragnir the hammer. It could just be that it's the hammer now. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, that just one of those things that I'm like. It kind of remember like the that one line that threw me off with like Shanks and like Gibbon talking about something related to Harold, and I'm like, it feels like a weird oversight or something. What's up, Haku?
Hey, what's up? Do I sound all right?
What's up, buddy?
You sound good.
Yeah, you sound good.
Hey, what's up, Pat? Yeah, you said you could jump in, and I was about to type something in chat, and then I get hit with 2 minutes of ads, and I was like, I'm gonna just get in the call.
Yeah, makes more sense.
That's what I'm sure you probably know of Pyro. I watch like his Kubera, Omniscient Reader, Tower of God stuff. One time I was watching him, got hit with 3 minutes of ads. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I love you, but I don't know if I love you. 3 minutes of ads.
That's not my fault. I don't know what Twitch, but Twitch be bombarding people with ads sometimes. It is insane. It is insane. Cause like sometimes if I get hit with an ad, I'll literally go do an errand and come back. I'm like, well, I got
Yeah.
like 5 minutes. The Zoan fruits have a blow of their own, so the truth is probably closer to the fruits eating the objects. Possibly, I could be misremembering, but I could have sworn it being mentioned that it was Vegapunk who invented the technique of inanimate objects eat devil fruits. I think it was some lineage factor or something. Maybe I think that's right. Hello Haku, get those carrot and Persona votes up. Perona and carrot votes up. Oh, there was that world ranking thing. That's done now, isn't it?
I think it's still ongoing.
Oh, never mind then. It's just like a so far, I guess. Like how the ranking so far.
Yeah, they did a midterm ranking. I did a reaction to it, I think, like last week or something. I think it was like last week, so you could, if you want to get in on it, you could still do that.
No, I'm gonna just read it at some point. I think Lizard posted something. I think Crocodile was like 19th, and I'm like, that's all
I think
me.
Crocodile was like 15th. He was really high.
They all-
That's what I even said in my reaction. I was like, Nice could be happy about this. He's like 15th. He was really high.
look. Is this funny because I remember when no one put respect on his name.
Really?
What's up, Lizard? Yeah, there was a
What's up?
time.
This auto come.
What
Hey,
I
man.
was surprised is
My bad.
like the new
wait.
characters. Like,
Uh,
if we talk about. Oh, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, Lizard.
I just want to say, Gomenasai Minasan, I'm sorry for being late. I will reflect on my actions. Continue on.
I was gonna say what surprised me, if we're gonna talk about it at all, the new characters did not do that great. Like from Egghead and Elbaf, other than like Loki was like 20 something, I think, and Rox was, I don't remember where Rox was. Was he top
11.
10? But Loki and
outside.
Rox were high. But outside of Loki and Rox, like none of the new characters, like none of the Gorosei were top 100. And the only Vegapunk that was even top 100 was Lilith.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And
And I don't think
was
any
Loki
of
there?
the. Who?
Did I see Loki? Was Loki? Could you vote on
Loki?
Loki?
Yeah,
at the time?
Loki was like 20 something, I think.
Yeah.
But
pretty
Ragnar
high.
wasn't included in the voting because he
Boo.
was introduced too new. I was like, if Ragnar was here, Ragnar would be high.
No, Ragnar's making top 30 easily.
Yeah. Because I love all of the Ragnar memes. All of the, like, new monster trios full. Like, how high will your ceiling go? It's so good. Especially, last chapter I was dying, because last chapter, one of the first conversations we see with Emu, king of the world, Emu sitting here, it's been so long, Ragnar, and Ragnar's just mouthing off, just talking.
Yeah.
Haku, did you see the name on the outbound?
Speaking of that, I just wanted to show you guys for a Ragnar thing. I'll pull it up while you guys are talking.
Mhm.
This shit was killing me.
Is it the one that I'm thinking of, Lizard? Where it's like what Ragnar was really saying to
It might
Emu?
be.
And
it
it's
might-
like, I hate you, nigga, let's die.
No. I think it's that.
Oh yeah, people in chat, the Uda vote is egregious.
Wait, the singer
was
from
top
the one
10.
from the
Yeah,
film.
from the movie.
No, I can't.
From the movie.
No, I'd rather Crocodile and Loki not be top 100 than her be top 10. That's how much I hate it.
I was
Yeah,
like,
My
Those
hate
was
is stronger than my
bro.
love.
Yo,
Hate is
peep,
stronger.
peep the chat. That's what the one said. This
Not
should kill me.
Uta, she sucks. Hold on.
yeah, that's
Okay.
wild.
That's
Spare me, Ragnar, sama!
That's good. That's good. Nah, bro. The Ragnar over Kaido like memes and stuff. Those are all moving me. I like all of it. Nah, this is
Ragnar
hilarious.
going crazy, man. What were you guys' topics, by the way? Do you guys ran through?
We're technically on the last one, the Studio Wit one, but we could run through them again for you guys.
I don't know if you had the topic list or you just know.
Oh, I didn't send them out, did I? That's crazy. No, I just have them. My bad. Spare me, Ragnar Sama. Not this time, Emu. That's good. That's good. I got. Nat will appreciate it. I'll show this to Nat later.
The one who low diff the sun god.
I think it's similar to the Nika fruit. Rata was a real squirrel whose power ended up becoming a devil fruit. That's when the hammer ate it. Ah, okay. Uta top 10 off record sales, lol. Uta in the top 10 though. Ugh. Sometimes I hate OP fans. Shake my head. Top 10. Why? Roshi Nante over Crocodile is factual. Is Corazon higher?
Yeah, Corazon's like 12 or 13
I'm not
again.
mad at that.
He was
Corazon's
12,
a great
He was
character.
12 or 13 last time.
I'm not mad
So
at
he's like kind of holding the same.
that makes sense.
Carrot, though, we need to get those votes up. She dropped from like 8th to 20 something. We need to get the votes up.
I remember when my girlfriend was watching the Roshi Nante flashback too. She like Oda absolutely cooked with him. Like, this is why I said it was weird with Odin, because I'm like, Oda's good at making me care about a character very quickly. And with Odin, it felt like he didn't give me a chance. He was trying too hard.
Odin's a bum.
He fucked bitches when he was still in the womb. And like, bro.
Trash.
All right, man.
Odin also not... I don't think Odin was in the top 100. That's something else I brought up, because he was like 21st or 22nd last time, and now not even...
Odin's
not even there.
No, he's a great number one. He's 69th, you know.
Oh, I must have glossed over him.
I posted the entire top 100.
Okay.
And this is just
Rebecca.
Like, this is midterm, okay.
Yeah. Rebecca got smoked up by Shushu, man, and Spandam.
Sanji fans, we had a good run, but the Zoro fans have they've banded together to collectively rig the votes.
I mean, it's not over yet.
The way it's going, man, them niggas saw that Zoro wasn't coming in first and then lost their minds. Like, I was looking at the latest one, Zoro was number one in like half the country regions. I was like, okay, I see what's going on here.
It's kind of funny they weren't calling that shit botted though. So Sanji winning there.
So the monster trio's top 3, okay.
Yeah, Sanji was organic. Zoro was body.
She's really at 9? I'm disgusted by this fucking top 10 only because of her. She's the only issue. I know.
Yo, Ace is just.
I know. But Ace got drip though. Ace got aura. I understand.
No, I'm more impressive. I'm not even putting him down. It's like, oh, you dead. You've been
even
packed
though
up.
Sabo
You've been
is
dead,
better.
hole in your body, but you're still top 10.
Okay, we got.
Ace is I always spend my time like looking. I look at what Japanese people think when it comes to like certain characters, and that nigga will never leave the top 10. Same thing with Shanks.
Oh no.
Because the way they felt when he died at Marineford, them niggas talk about him like they lost their own brother. It's crazy, bro. Like they loved him.
Kid is pretty high. Roger's not top 50. This is pleasing to me. Dang.
Yeah, man.
Law never leaves top 20. Law will always be top 10, I think. Law's too cool. I understand it. Robin is about where she needs to be. Shout out to Robin. Shanks is too high.
Law and Rocinante are like a package deal. Yeah. Wherever you see one, the other one will be pretty close by.
Yo, Naya, you got lucky, man. You won off, man. You almost like Usopp beat your guy, man.
I like Usopp. Usopp wouldn't bother me.
Man.
You guys be trying to throw shade at me. It doesn't work. I like these characters. Crocodile's just my favorite. It doesn't work. I was a lone Crocodile fan for a decade plus. Y'all don't come talk to me now. It's too late. You like Crocodile? Crocodile lost to Pre-Gear Luffy. He's fucking trash.
I do think Mihawk not making top 30 is really funny.
Deserved.
Mihawk not making top 30.
Is he top 30 now? Oh.
He's fine. Oh shit.
Boa Hancock at 11. Rock's gonna keep climbing. I'll make sure. Rock is where he should be. Roshinante Sabo is a nice spot. Perona, yes sir. Rob Lucci's too high. You don't like Robert. Don't worry.
Nah, don't look at 45 and 50.
I still fuck with Lucci. I still think Lucci's cool.
I don't like Robert.
I like old Lucci, not current Lucci. Old Lucci is cool. Current Lucci is a tough.
I've never actually liked Robert, so.
Robert.
And it's not like like Robert's a bad character. I'm just like, oh, you're just a government attack though. Like I don't like you. Like I found Kumadori and Kaku way more interesting. Like he's not a bad character. Well, no, he's not a bad character, but that's what I mean when I say I don't like him. I don't mean like, oh, get him out the story, he's trash. Okay. Carrot guy. Doflamingo was lower than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, Dofi's one of my favorites, but at least he's not doing the worst.
Yeah.
I think he'll shoot back up when he comes back into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
story. It's just been a
Honestly,
while.
I thought Kumo would do even better.
Because of the
and
flashback.
especially Bonnie. I thought Bonnie would do a lot better.
No, we don't respect.
Yeah. That
Right.
was a Kuma. Yeah,
Nah,
I could see the Bonnie.
65 is secretly my favorite placing already.
Oh, look, go!
Kung Fu
Hey, man.
Dudon? When Luffy trained them? Like this? Nah, they're raw. They're raw.
All,
He's like,
all I'm, all I'm seeing. Hey man, Dugong greater than Odin? Let me know. Let me know.
Okay, so
Emu.
what did you tell me to
yeah.
look at? Sorry?
I said don't look at 45 and 50, 49 and 50. I mean,
49. He was already climbing, eh?
and look who's beside him.
That's crazy. You know what though? Blackbeard's not a character that I think a lot of fans in different regions will like. I get why he appealed to some
Yeah.
like North Americans because we're sinister and sick in the head, but or like the Somalians. But
Well, the thing is, Blackbeard for me is one of those characters where it's like, I like him in the story and all, but I don't like him. Like, I'm not reading because I want to see what Blackbeard's doing, you know?
Yeah, man.
But hey,
I
think it's-
hold on. He above Roger though. We take those.
Or like, I would compare Blackbeard to what I used to say in my rankings about like Rachel or Calavan for Tower of God, where I'm like, I like Rachel and Calavan in the story and stuff, but if you're asking me who I like, I'm not gonna go to bat for them really.
I think it's also because of the hand that he had in the death of Whitebeard and Ace. A lot of people didn't like that,
Kobe.
myself included.
Because you have to remember this,
Yeah.
it's worldwide, and they're going by what? Like, are they going by continents? And is that what they're doing? If I remember correctly, or like region?
Continent and then probably Japan is separate. I think.
Yeah, last time they did Oceania, North America. I think did they lump South and Latin America together? I don't remember.
I probably did.
I think they
Yeah,
might have. Then they did Europe,
did.
Africa. I think they did the Middle East as a separate region.
I think they did,
Asia, Japan,
Yes, they did.
and I may or may not have already said Oceania. So that
You,
was
you
the
started with.
oops. Yeah.
No. Also, yeah, man. Shout out Kobe and Gurp side by side. You know. What
Yeah,
it is,
Kobe,
man.
Garp, and Kuzan all beside
Oh,
each
yeah.
other.
That is crazy.
Imagine that.
Hey, man. Garling might shoot up to like top 20 if we see more of him.
Oh my God, Gaimon, we did it, we did it. We here, Gaimon top 100. Let's go, nigga in a box.
After all these years,
That's
he's still
hilarious. to me.
relevant.
That's hilarious, bro.
This is a character that we were introduced to in the first 25 chapters,
I
dog.
respect Koala being there, but I don't respect the Thousand Sunny being lower than Going Merry. Hey, let it go, guys. Going Merry more
Hey,
better.
man. Roger higher than Joy Boy? Let me know.
Oh, hold on. Iceberg at 90? I like that. Rebecca at 95 for a lot of things. Like Rebecca, she here, though. She undeniable. That's the Dressrosa princess. Panda Man at 100 is raw, too. That's a nice gatekeeper. Like 100, Panda Man, I like his placement there. That's perfect to me. I don't know why.
He
I
checked your
think
card,
Hero
man. If you
Sparrow
didn't make it, you're
82
not
was
in.
funny.
Oh, shoot. Paris. You know what, though? He is one of Big Mom's kids that I think did a
Yeah.
lot, though. So I'm not mad at it. The
Yeah,
Mala
for
back.
he's
me,
all
I
the-
thought it was funny because he's moved up. I think he was 90 some last time and he's gone to 82. But I was like, he really is like the MVP of Big Mom's crew. He's the one that did everything.
Yeah. But you know what the craziest placement
Other
here
than
really is,
Katakuri
though, right?
fighting Luffy.
Okay, yeah.
36 is the craziest one.
Oh,
36?
Rockstar.
Yo, who
Yeah, that's crazy for a meme
Who is
vote.
batting for Rockstar, yo? Who is putting up 30-point triple doubles every day for Rockstar right now? That's
The
hilarious.
thing is, I'm pretty sure Rockstar always been popular. Like I'm pretty sure in the last few, like all the polls he's had. A good
Was he
placement.
really?
It's the name, bro. It's the name. They're expecting big things from him because
That's
of the
the
name.
guy who
Oh.
pulled up to Whitebeard's crew saying like, "Yo, Shanks, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Bro, who are you? You snot nose, whatever." He's like, "I have a bounty of 96, whatever." It's like, nah. Tell Shanks you have something to say to me, say to myself. That's Rockstar, right?
Yeah.
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 That's crazy. Hey, no power.
Also,
Whoa,
Gabon
Chief,
isn't as high
we're
as I
gonna
expected.
respect the Malo Black in here, man. We're gonna respect the fake Luffy. fake kid.
Well, Gabon is still fairly new to all things considered.
Yeah.
Where's-
But I
oh, yeah.
mean, Loki's high and Rox is high, and while I like Loki and Rox more, I just thought Gabon would be higher.
I
Yeah,
also
but
don't.
Loki, we were told about Loki like way back before we were told about who
Who
Gabon
the
was.
fuck is Hongo?
Where's
Hongo,
Hongo?
that's a
He's
nigga on
one of
Shanks' crew.
Shanks' crewmates, I think.
Oh, okay.
See, Shanks' crew's gonna when they get the fully revealed, it's gonna be fucking everywhere, man. This shit bullshit.
I'm not mad at Senior Pink being up there too. I feel like I thought Fujitora would do a lot better. I thought
Speaking of
people,
Gabon, I also
people liked him. Go ahead.
no, yeah, I was
They
gonna
do.
say-
We just
yeah.
haven't seen them.
The admirals
That
have
is true.
kind of fallen off, I think, though, for people.
Yeah. For Gabon, it's also I think like Loki, like he showed up the same amount, but he also showed up. I don't think he had the same nearly in the same amount of screen time as Loki or Rox, and like the impact he had. Right. He had some moments. He's like we have to see him more and more. Then he'll probably shoot up the top 100. Shout out your goat Tashigi, 72nd.
She does not deserve to be on the list.
Smoker.
I'm
What's more impressive? Smoker dragging Tashigi to 72nd, or Kobe's dragging Helmeppo to 84th?
Kobe dragging Helmeppo to 84.
Helmeppo's kind of funny, though.
I also feel like I don't know. I respect his grind. Like he went from a snotty nose privilege, I can't do nothing, to being like, I'm not saying he's a powerhouse, but from going from like a complete non-combatant to where he is impressive. Obviously, Kobe's taking it further, but
Yeah.
No, it is impressive, especially since he pulled up on Hashinosu with the rest of them.
yeah, man. Shout out.
See, that is true.
Tashigi, I think,
Yo,
is actually a
low-
bum.
Low key, Shamrock kind of high. I don't know if that's a Shank.
Yeah, that's
fact,
pretty
but-
Nah,
high.
yeah, that's what I said. When Shamrock, when we see more of him, he's gonna shoot the top 20.
And I feel like for Japan, especially, once they get like the anime onlys, because I feel like outside of Japan, how many anime onlys do we really have for One Piece? I feel like everybody just reads at this point.
Yeah.
Even if you don't read, you pretty much get spoiled
Yeah.
on that shit.
Hey,
But I feel like
Bentham,
Japan
33,
still has anime
yay.
onlys.
I thought Dragon and Kaido would be a little higher. Gunko was higher than I thought she would be. I respected Shirahoshi.
Kaido didn't do that well last time, though.
A word? Okay.
And that was like in the middle of the Wano raid and everything, and Kaido didn't
Like I
do
said,
that
like I
well.
said,
So I didn't expect him to do great.
I don't like that span
But-
this year, but I respect it.
King and Ulti are Kaido's only crewmates that I think made it.
I mean, yeah, maybe Yamato. But
That
yeah, no.
that makes sense to me, but like I've always liked Queen the most.
Fair.
Queen is the one that I think
Queen is funny.
Yeah, Queen is
He has
That, I
personality.
thought Queen's fight with Sanji was good too.
I agree.
I like it more than Zoro's fight with King, to be honest with you.
I think I do too.
I do as well.
I think there's more character
the
stuff
anime
going
makes
on for Sanji.
the final blow with Zoro and King like mad epic though. But
Yeah. But I think like part of it was like the comedic aspect of Sanji and Queen's fight. Because like when Sanji was using Diable Jamba and then Queen's like, how are you able to turn yourself on fire? And Sanji's like, it's possible because I have more passion than anyone. And Queen's like, are you stupid? Like, that's not a thing, bro. And I never questioned it until now. I was like, wait, he actually questioned him about it. Well, hold on.
Right.
leave first mistake of the sea alone. Leave him alone. Let him rock. He's gonna redeem himself. I promise. Okay. Well, shit. Shout out to the list. That was fun.
Because there's some things that
I was gonna say, yeah, like, did you want to get into your topics of like the whole rain god and Zaza and stuff? Because I won't lie to you, Pat and I were just like, I don't know.
yeah, I have.
You could repeat the question too that you wrote, if you want to like finalize it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Haku, anything you want to say with the recent chapters though? Like just in general, anything that stood out to you? The last one that we saw was pretty much the one before we barbecued the chicken wings of the Pirate King. So that was like the last thing we
Yeah, so it's
covered.
been a while.
Yeah, but it's been
I don't even know what to say.
It's been a month, but it's only been like 3 chapters because of the hiatus and Golden Week stuff. But yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've talked about so much. I will say, I wish I caught my reaction. I opened up the chapter to like do the reaction and stuff this week, and I saw the title. I was like, Zaza, what are we doing?
Chief and I went straight to Ace Vane, the Zaza demon, like Super Friends, like stupid, like DC skit, like the weed demon.
That was really funny. I don't know. I think it was cool getting a full chapter fight just with Loki and Emu. Like, just getting a full chapter fight is nice. Plus, the choreography was good. It was a good fight in general. I think that also, in the most recent chapter, I thought it was good character stuff with Sanji getting back up and everything and being like, oh, this is a place that Luffy and Usopp love, so I have to protect it and everything. And then at the end, also hitting it's the land of giant women as he takes off.
I laughed at that point too because I'm like, what that made me remind me of? It reminded me of the song Giant Woman from like Steven Universe, so I started singing Giant Woman. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'll run through.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me run through. As my first one, you guys talked about the Luffy and Loki, who's going to perform better, right?
Yeah, we did. We kind of just ended up saying it's going to be comparable or they're going to work together. We actually ended up deviating from the topic and talking about creative combination attacks, where I'm like, yo, Luffy could like ride the lightning beam and like take a piece of it and like use it as a blade or something. Like, hold on, they could go crazy together. We completely deviated from it, but
yeah, I was saying Luffy probably going to hold him down while Loki zaps him good and something like that, and we got a lot of possibilities with that.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
with Luffy go hold Emu like Piccolo was holding. I'm the Piccolo. Goku was holding Raditz, but instead of being a piercing beam, it's just an all encompassing beam that won't hurt Luffy.
yeah, I mean that works actually. I think they'll be comparable. Makes sense. I might lean to Luffy due to the MC attacks, and that's just MC attacks is crazy. Yeah. I mean, I do have a hot take about current Emu and all that, but I mean, I'm not sure.
This is the place to let it off.
I don't know if it's a hot take or if it's just a regular thing. It's like the Emu we see right now, his
saying he's trash, he's not moving, you weak.
No, he is strong. Like I think he's easily the strongest. I'm saying like his like endurance or like durability, or whatever. Nothing is something that it's not like he could have. Like in God Valley that he tanked 6 attacks. I don't think he could do it with this body. I think the only reason he could do it is because it's kind of hack space. Like you can't beat him.
If he's not
can't outright
there, like it's
he's
like some
weird
weird apparition. It's not really his body, so attacking it is pointless.
Yeah, it's like that's why Loki had to like freeze it. Like he couldn't actually do anything to it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if that's hot take or not. So I think
I agree with that because it didn't make sense that he was able to tank all those attacks from those heavy hitters back in the day. Because it would have been downright impossible to defeat him if he was.
Yeah. So I think it's more like
he took a named attack from Whitebeard. First time we'd ever seen that. Fucking was it Rocks, Garp, Roger, Big Mom? Like what the fuck?
I think it's based off Roger and Garps. I think it was their signature attack. So yeah, that's my take. So I think they would have like performed way better against this thing. But yeah, I like the idea of doing combo attacks. I could do the second topic of Zaza and thing.
Real quick,
Loki,
I don't know if Haku wants to add anything to that. I don't know if you want to do you think like Luffy and Loki will go crazy? Do you think one will perform better than the other, or if not, you could just move on?
Just real quick, I think narratively, you would think that Emu showing up means he has to do something big, like, you know, get a win somehow, kill somebody, stand out, since he is like a big bad type character. But I struggle to see how this doesn't turn into an L for Emu at this point, because we've got Zoro and Sanji running after Summers and Killingham, and I feel like Sanji takes Killingham and Zoro takes Summers. That easily at this point. Not like not like easy power scaling wise, but just story wise. There's no way I see either of them losing to either of them. And then Luffy's going to show up where Loki's already holding his own. Like, Emu looks great and all, but Loki's holding his own. And now Luffy's going to show up like full charge, full hunger bar. And I'm like, how does this not look embarrassing for Emu if he shows up, the God's Knights still don't kidnap anybody, and he just has to be like, my body, it's I can't stand being down here, and then he leaves. Like, that's just going to be a big L.
I actually agree. I've been thinking about the same thing as well. It's like, if he comes here and he doesn't get any tangible victory, like I don't think like beating them up and like leaving is a victory in itself. Like, what does that do for him at all? Like, all he did was expose himself. Like, I think he needs to do something to show like he could be the final villain if push comes to shove. Otherwise, I don't know, man.
Well,
You're just coming here and making
this
noise.
is assuming they ha all day. Every day. This is why, for me, I'm like, I actually think it's a very fair kind of concern. I'm just not sure. Like, I'm not sure that I've always believed that Emu was just gonna be like way stronger than everybody that's ever existed immediately. Though I do think that Emu should be the strongest person alive in a demonstrative manner, which I think Oda's done well. But if Emu could still turn into like its proper form on the Holy Land, the idea is that even though Emu couldn't like survive down here or like take them out in the time limit, it's like, if you have to fight me on my turf, I don't have this sickness, I guess, disadvantage. And I guess that's the scary part. Like, I am trying to figure out what Emu's sort of win condition really is. Because part of me would believe if you kind of put belt to ass to everybody, but ran out of time, and it's like, I got to go back to the Holy Land or something. And everybody understood, like, hey, we got to get a lot stronger or tighten up. I do think that could be impactful if done properly. But I'm with you guys. I'm not sure exactly what I'm thinking, but I never thought Emu was going to be the final quote-unquote villain. So there's a part of me that's okay with Emu kind of having a weakness or like, imagine this immediately takes us to the final saga. Emu comes back coughing, and you just see Blackbeard's fat ass on the throne, waiting for him. Just big booty, double cheeked up, stomach out, triple chin, waiting for Emu. Like, it could work. I do think it might trivialize Emu too quickly if it happened that fast, but it's just all about execution for me right now.
Yeah. I mean, I always think it's gonna be Blackbeard. I just think he wants to get a tangible victory besides, I guess, just beating their asses.
Maybe he kidnapped somebody. I don't know. Maybe what if he takes Robin or something? I don't know. Could be crazy.
Robin?
No, leave her alone. I mean, leave her alone. But I'm just saying.
That's her daughter. That's his daughter, man. Devil's kid.
No. Mihawk's his fuck ass kid.
I think King in the chat saying leaving with Bonnie, maybe because Bonnie's fruit is good, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good.
And they did want Bonnie, but I don't know.
I
and
guess
even now, like kidnapping the giant children, I don't know what that does for you. Because, like, the idea was we kidnap the giant children and tell Elbaf to work for us. That's not going to work at this stage. You're already dealing with whatever's going on in the Holy Land. You're already dealing with the revolutionaries starving you out. And now, if you kidnap the giant children, you are going to have Loki at the front door. Like, Loki, Dorian Broggie, and the rest of Elbaf, they're just going to be on the doorstep at this point if you take the kids. Like, this is not going to work.
You're ruling those guys. Go ahead, actually. Go ahead. Sorry.
This plan is not very well thought out because, like, as soon as they take the kids out to sea, if they manage to do something like that, the Giants are really going to be on their ass.
And Gabon.
Like they're not gonna let them reach the Holy Land.
Low key Gabon. I mean, Gabon for sure. If he calls up to his crew, man, I don't know. That's another fucking thing he has to deal with. They have to deal with. Like, yo, slide. They gonna slide for. They slide for Colin, but not Ace. I'd be crying.
They said streets saying Emu killing your rule in Gabon. Nah, it's gonna work. The Giants are mentally underdeveloped. It'll work. The reason that I don't think it's gonna work is because they're already taking the stance of if we've got to throw away a lot to keep our way of life, so be it. You try to threaten us with the children. You try to threaten us with the library, and we essentially said fuck it. So I don't think taking the children is gonna work now. So yeah, I'm with you, but okay.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh, the Zaza one, right? Yeah.
yeah. I think I had something to say about something, but I lost it. So go ahead. Something to say about something. Very good English. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that is true. You do have something to say about something. Look at BC chat. I like this tweet by.
It's like when I
this
said video game video, and I'm just like, I just immediately facepalm like I hate myself. Okay, sorry. Most people think. I'll put it on the.
Oh no, that's not the one. That's not the one.
Oh,
Sorry,
cool.
ignore it. Fuck. It's this one. The second one. The first one's the old one.
Okay.
It's the wrong tweet. This one. This idea would be cool.
Let's put it on screen. Naya, they love capping. I do not trust these big kids. He's not buying the bluff. He said these giants are gonna fold like origami or like what's that fucking poker, like a bad hand. There you go. Okay. Lost in it's Big Don. Hey, Don and Dust. Let's go. Lost in translation. Okay, Zaza is probably.
What? Oh my goodness.
What? Wrong one again?
Like, why the fuck am I missing out on the wrong one like 50 times, man? My bad. I've been
Zaza
tripping.
is probably derived from the onomatopoeia Japanese sound for falling rain. Zaza. It brings to mind the names of women of Alabasta, Royal Line, Lily, TT, Vivi. Who the fuck is TT? Who is that?
Her mom probably. I don't know.
I don't know that I knew that.
Yeah,
I'm like Thierry Henry.
Was Vivi's mom.
Yeah, see, I knew it, man.
Yeah, that's a Titi. Yes.
I think this is a big stretch.
Did we ever get that name in the novel or in the novel?
Yeah, like way back in
manga?
Alabasta, I
Or
think
was
they
that,
mentioned.
Chapter 215 of the manga. You should know this.
Yeah.
I didn't totally look up on the wiki, man.
No, I'm pretty sure we got TT's name like way back during Alabasta.
I think this is the
One
first.
time.
I think this is the first time I'm learning that we had Vivi's mom's name. I don't think I ever knew that for the 20-something years I've been reading.
You were skimming, man.
It happens sometimes. There's sometimes when I get hit by something like that too.
That's crazy. Okay, sorry. So
sometimes things don't stick. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's well over 1,000 chapters, so it's very plausible.
Yeah, I just noticed. So I've been saying that I've been trying to get through the 2023 episodes for the anime. I've only got like 5 left. I'm almost out of Wano Hell, but getting close to finishing up. Something I noticed that I never did before. This whole time, like whenever they were planning to leave or planning to go do the raid and everything, they're always at Tokage Port, right?
Yeah.
Well, Tokage Port, Tokage means lizard, but in Japanese, Oda wrote it with the kanji for shadow, and it's like, crap, Moria this whole time is Gecko Moria. He has the shadow fruit. So this whole time, they were at the port, and it's the lizard port, written with the kanji for shadow. And I'm like, that's something I never would have, like, noticed without the recent, like, Moria stuff we got in the cover, like, arc.
No, it's super interesting how many things can get kind of like lost in translation and whatnot. Where I even remember, I think it was Artur, Library of Ohara. He was kicking himself in the teeth for not noticing the Kozuki Moria thing. He's like, this is so obvious now that I see it. What the fuck is wrong with me? But he speaks like English and like Japanese, and I'm like, listen, guys, I got English, I got French, and Mickey Mouse Spanish for you. That's all I got. So
Spanglish.
Mickey Mouse. I could understand it way better than I could speak it, but yeah.
Um, I actually did send this proper tweet now, so my bad.
Okay, Sun God. Let me put it on properly. Sun God. Nika, an onomatopoeia for laughter. Rain God, Zaza, an onomatopoeia for. Well, I know she's not saying onomatopoeia. I'm just saying it that way. For rain. That if that's the case, then maybe the Earth God and the Forest God also have 2-syllable Japanese onomatopoeic names. Maybe the Forest God could be something like Mosa, an onomatopoeia for a sound for shaggy, overgrown or densely bushy. So you think this could relate to the Mosa and Shirahoshi and
Yeah.
Loki thing, which is why you got the other post wrong. Okay.
No, yeah, that's something else. Don't worry about that. But nah, I just pulled up the wrong tweet somehow from another thing. But I do think it might be. I do think Shiroshi could be, but most of being the name of the thing god wouldn't surprise me at all. Kind of fits as
Yeah.
well. He's trying. She seems like he's doing that like the onomatopoeia Zaza, Nika, Mosa. Now the
Yeah.
forest god.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, we're all on the same page that the Zaza fruit or whatever is it's certainly dragon, right?
Probably, yeah.
That's what I said.
Because,
I
like,
bet
it's
it's
what the
dragon.
world government fears most. He's literally the revolutionary leader guy. He literally makes rain and weather and stuff.
I think
I
it
think
makes a lot of sense. Basically, my stance was I'm not even entirely sure I like the concept of like the second coming of like the rain god and forest god and
Yeah.
earth god and all those things and like the sea god of the sea or whatever. Like this could all be legend. This could all be loosely
Yeah.
interpreted. Like for me, it's all gonna be about how it's executed. So I hadn't really had that thought, but we were trying to see if we can give someone the earth god moniker, the forest god,
Because,
yada yada yada. Real quick, last thing. But part
yeah.
of me says if this is a thing and it is what it is, I actually like the idea that some of them are still the same people from maybe 800 years ago. Like maybe Luffy is this like reincarnation of Joy Boy's second coming of Nika, whatever. But maybe
Yeah.
Zaza actually like never died and stayed dormant for 800 years. Like I kind of like the idea that not everybody is gonna be a reincarnation of some godly whatever. But go ahead.
I don't think they're reincarnations either. I think it's like, inherited will is just the
Yeah.
big thing with One Piece. So, like, Nico was the original guy with the power, and then somehow Joy Boy got the power, and now Luffy is the third one with the power. Same thing with the warrior god, and now Loki has the warrior god's power. But Emu is from the second world, and Emu was like, Needhog, you traitor, or whatever. So was the warrior god the first guy, and then Needhog was the second guy, and now Loki's the third guy, kind of like Luffy with Joy Boy
might
and
be.
Nika, maybe. But also, I was like, they can't actually really be gods, you'd think. So
Yep.
on Skypiea, they just had the four that they worshipped. Maybe they're just, or it wasn't even Skypiea, it was the Shandians. So maybe those four were just somebody that were like really, really important people to the Shandians' ancestors. Because we have those four, but then also Dory and Brogy bring up the war god Elbaf. And then the person with Loki's original power was the warrior god. So I was like, is that the same person? Was that Elbaf? But when Dory and Brogy say it back on back on what was the island? Freaking Little Garden. When they say it, it's Tatakai no Kami, the war god. And it's like Totsugami or something like that, warrior god. I don't remember the exact word when it's talking about Loki's original person, the other chapter. So that's probably not the same person. But like Naya always says, this is kind of Oda retrofitting stuff to begin with. Like, I don't believe he thought of any of this god stuff until
No,
Wano.
he threw that shit in the back burner. He's like, okay.
Yeah. And I think it's just not retconning, but again, retrofitting, just being like, okay, we have this stuff now, so we're gonna attach it to things in the past.
Which I
Yeah,
still think
I
is
mean,
which I still think is a very a skill. think it's a skill.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It's a very important skill that you need to have where you write things in a way that you can tie up some loose ends with some new creative ideas without compromising your story.
Yeah, I
So I
mean,
could be totally wrong, but I don't think they're actual gods. I think they've
eh,
got to be just people that were important in the first world, and their names and powers and wills got passed on through the fruits or whatever,
it could have.
however
Yeah,
that works.
That's exactly
it could
what
have been like they
that's
were
what Pat and I actually
deified.
ended up saying earlier when we were talking way earlier actually. So we are kind of lock in step. We were saying sorry, Nico.
Ah,
We were literally saying Nika was a person, a warrior, or whatever, and maybe for some reason people thought he could stretch because of some technique he had. Where and after like his legend and the deification of Nika is what ended up creating the Hito and Momi model sun god, right? So yeah, we're pretty much on the same page.
I just love conversing with people that have a high level of reading comprehension. It gives me faith in the world again.
Yeah.
Just we
No,
all read
man,
the same
every
thing and came to similar conclusions. I love it.
every week, well, not every week, but occasionally, if a chapter's really really exciting, I'll just go look on Twitter or somewhere, and I'm like, damn, it sucks being one of the like 0.001% of One Piece readers with an IQ over like 30.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, like me and Naya were like pissed off because people were complaining about Chopper reattaching Gert's fingers. And I'm like, you
Oh
know
my
this is
god,
something you can
yeah,
do in real life, right?
yeah.
Like,
I saw people complaining, and I'm like, do you actually live under a rock? Because,
Jesus.
Someone
because
complained in my chat, and I was like,
yeah,
I actually know somebody who actually one of my friends, right? So you know, like frozen burgers for like the grill, right? How they stuck
yeah,
together. He was using a
yeah,
knife, and he slipped and chopped off a part of his finger, put it on ice, and it got reattached to
damn,
the hospital. Like,
yeah.
like if there
That's
was
just the thing they
one
do,
thing to not get mad at Oda for
right?
in terms of the stakes and yada yada, bro, fucking, he's a
Well, that
doctor.
and
He's right
this is
there. You
One
can
Piece.
reattach fingers. That was so weird. That was a weird thing to get
People
mad at. That was a weird thing to get mad at.
people have healed broken bones by drinking milk in One Piece. Like this is One Piece, but you're gonna complain. And I saw people complaining, like I saw people getting confused too. They're like, "What the heck? You can just do that? This has got to be some kind of like magic medicine stuff." And I'm like,
Oh
"This is
my
something you can
god.
do in real life. Are you living in like the 1700s or something? What's going on?"
Jesus Christ, man.
That one was
Our
bad. That one
education
was
systems
bad.
are
That
failing
one
us.
was bad. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, I don't agree with it, but I guess I see it. This was one of those ones where I'm like, this is what has you guys in a tizzy. All right, man.
And it's like, even if it wasn't something that could be done in real life, right? People would be complaining that, oh, the Straw Hats never do
Yeah,
anything. How are they supposed to feel like a Yonko crew? It's only
right.
Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji doing shit. And then it's like when somebody actually shows that they're competent, it's like, oh, Oda's ruining the story, stakes, ah. I'm like, nigga, like, what are we doing? You
Klein,
can't have your cake and eat it too, man.
Klein said milk is good for you. Shout out Anne Hathaway. I'm lactose,
Uh
Pat.
huh.
Shout out Brooks and Luffy and Whole Cake. You mean?
He grew back a tooth, man, by drinking milk.
They also did it.
That's
They
what
also
all
did it in was it film Z? I think.
they did. Yeah. I know what you guys think. I mean, I think Nika and them could have been deified, man. Um.
I also think
Also,
it's possible these guys were just devil fruit users, or sorry, like you said, like they were like prominent people for some reason. Like, oh, this is the god of the rain because anytime he's here, the rain comes or something, and then that got turned into a fruit, and then the next person who ate it became like whatever. Like, there's a lot of ways that this all makes sense and
Yeah.
it continues from like
I'll be
a
right back.
thousand
Give me a
years
second.
ago until today. But we just have to see how it all.
Yeah.
I
Like,
also think the first world is the world where the devil fruits weren't an actual thing, but they became like they were like naturally born. Like it wasn't something you needed a devil fruit for, if that makes sense. Like they
yeah,
just
I
had the
agree.
powers, and then we know in the Harley from the Harley that something happens in the first world. What was it? They cast the world into ruin, and the god of the land was enraged with a serpent of fire. Um, so like it might have been a thing where like the first world is also a big ass mystery that we don't know about. Like it just lost, unlike the Void Century, it just lost the time. So I think it's just like it was a world where like they just had there wasn't a devil fruit. Then in the second world, the devil fruit's like the god of the forest. It seems like it summons devils. They took the mythology of the first world and they created the devil fruits out of that, and then that's how we continue from now on.
I think, however, the first world ended, I think maybe the people in the first world, their souls went into the fruits to make the devil fruits. Since we have like the Nika fruit and all of that stuff.
I've actually
Like,
had that
but-
thought, and I thought I was like, nah, I'm doing too much. I thought I was being too I thought I was doing too much of that. I actually had that thought.
No,
we don't know how it ended.
What happens?
We just know that it did end. And we know the second world ends when Joy Boy gets killed, and the world government forms and makes the Void Century and everything. So we don't know how the first world ended, but however that ended could have been what made the devil fruits to begin with.
It's kind of interesting though, because like the world government does it forbid you from doing the voice entry, but it's not like they prevent anything before that, right? Like it's not like anything before 800 years ago. It's like just that 800-year block is out of the way, but just everything before that, like it's just so scattered and everywhere. Like I think there might have been a period of time where like. Would there be do you guys think there's a period of time where the first world after the first world ended and before the second world started? Like a limbo state, if that makes sense or not?
I don't know, maybe because it would be kind of like another Void Century, or kind of like in real life, even though it's not necessarily how it, kind of like Dark Ages in the real world, where we've had a few of them where like there's all these civilizations and all of this history that gets left behind, and then there's a civilizational collapse, and then there's a chunk of hundreds of years where we have barely any written history or barely any archaeological evidence, and then civilizations rise up and get advanced again.
Yeah.
Like we have a couple things like that, so maybe it's just like that, like a real life Dark Age.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it was a natural one, not a forced one.
Like maybe after the world ended, there was some type of like down period and just like
That's what I was asking.
yeah.
Like a limbo.
And then some type of power vacuum was created, and someone maybe this is when Davy Jones became king of the world and like rose to prominence or something, or I don't know. And then Joy Boy was like, nah, f that, and yeah, like I see what you're saying. Kind of like the down period, like maybe this is when people were praying and hoping and wishing like, oh, if there's only like a god that can like bring the rain or something, and this is how I see it. I see where your mind is going for the most part.
I also think for Nika specifically, we know that from the mural and the Harley, I think we know that most people in the first world were enslaved. Like whoever was in charge of it, like most of the first world was enslaved, and it looks like they were working in mines, like pulling out the mother flame or whatever. Okay. And we know that Nika was the warrior of liberation who freed the slaves. So I feel like that's how he became the sun god, how his name got like passed on throughout the hundreds of years and whatever. So for Nika, it makes sense. I don't know about the other people who ended up being gods, but for Nika, it's like if slavery was such a huge part of the first world and he's the guy that freed the slaves, then it makes sense that Nika is like a big deal.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that actually works. Also the god of earth, because on it says the god of land was enraged with the serpent of fire, and we talked about Harley in the first world. Okay. I don't know if you guys seen the theories about like the red line being like a devil fruit or something, like it being like
the red line.
Yeah. Or like it being a serpent, like this, because like
actually being a blood-soaked serpent. No, I never heard.
I do think it was unnaturally made at the very least.
It was like if that's the god of land, aka the god of earth, ends up being the blood-soaked serpent, I could see that.
I think a lot of what we see in the One Piece world isn't naturally made. Because when you think of how the Grand Line works, the Grand Line is a line of magnetized islands. It's like, how do we just have a line of magnetized islands going around the planet? Like, does that have anything to do with the magnet fruit or anything even?
Yeah, I've been following One Piece for like almost 2 decades now, and the way the map of the One Piece world works, I still can't make sense of it.
Do you guys
Like,
believe
I
in? Do
see
you
it when
believe
I'm
in a
looking at it. I
supercontinent?
kind of understand. I
I
guess
do.
so.
Some people think the
I do.
world got separated. There used to be like one grand landmass, or like at least a humongous one, and somehow it got separated. It'd be the Earth
So
got
I
Pangea.
also
Pangea, yeah.
I like the idea. I've seen the
Pangea
idea
Castle.
before that at the end of the first world, because they say like the red serpent or whatever. I like the idea that at the end of the first world, somebody made the red line, and then at the end of the second world, somebody made the grand line. So the two like bands around the world were formed at the end of each world.
That's interesting.
Uh,
That's interesting. I
yeah.
I I think I like that idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes people come up with theories, and I'm just like, But this one, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Also, I guess technically we don't know how it looked back in the second world before the water rose like, what, 800 meters or something like that?
Yeah, that's another thing. We have to see like what the landmass actually was before
Yeah,
everything
so,
started
like
getting
they could
sunken.
have just had normal ass continents and stuff before the sea rose.
This is completely off topic, but I want to get this. I always want to say this, man. This is exactly why Ryuma couldn't be the voice sentry with uh couldn't be the voice center with Joe Boy, despite other Zoro fans wanting him to be, because we know his body is buried in Ringo, which and this is the new one that was above the sea level, it's not the old one that was buried.
Wait, people actually thought Ryuma was in the
They
voice
thought Ringo
century
was
era?
like fucking Joe Boy's second in command, like Luffy.
Oh my god.
They thought he was boxing with him. Like you don't
He,
understand, man.
he couldn't have been too,
Ah,
because the whole
Exactly.
Void Century thing wiped out history, so the history of Ryuma would have been
yeah, so
wiped out.
exactly.
And
Like
he
it's
would have been
common
buried.
sense.
He would have been buried in under the sea instead of in the graveyard of Ringo. Sorry, what you saying, Pat? Yeah.
Sometimes I
We
want to
literally
know what
desecrated his
series.
forest. We got it. Well, Akuma. Gecko Moria. That's I don't know what's going on with that one.
I want to know what series some Zoro fans be reading sometimes. Like, is
Zoro.
it like they only pay attention when Zoro's on screen, and then the rest is like
Son
fan fiction, or
Toriyuki's.
like?
Yo,
I've never seen such a community just completely bend any and all logic and reason just to suit their agenda. Like it's not even fun. It's not even funny anymore. It's not even fun. It's just like
And when we tell them that
you
what
just
they're saying is
ignored
incorrect,
you ignored everything here to make that make sense.
when we tell
yo,
them what they're saying is incorrect, they get angry at us.
Yeah.
Brother, you didn't read the story. Like, I don't know
yo,
what to tell you. I'm not hating. I love Zoro. He's one of my favorites. But what you just said made no sense to me.
yo. So we agree Sanji and Killingham coming up, right?
Sanjay and
Right?
Killingham?
Yeah, Sanji and Killingham and Summers and Zoro.
PVC
Yes.
chat, man.
I'm sure someone's gonna. Is it gonna be a Rayleigh thing? Because Rayleigh fought him too.
No, not that, not that. This is
He
just
said
hey,
definitely Killingham is so powerful, Zoro has to work too hard to beat this guy. And after this fight, Zoro will be on level of Yonko.
Wait, so that means Sanji
After
will be the Yonko level after
1172.
this, right?
Oh my god, that just reminded me. I saw a tweet saying that it was going to be like three sword style versus
Pat,
three sword.
I think you and I and Haku might as well. But this is a speed feat by Sanji, like how far he got and like how he started, like even compared to Zoro.
Oh yeah, yeah. We already knew, man. Like
That shit is crazy. He's bleed
my boy
blitz.
Sanji, when it comes to moving,
He's moving.
if it ain't Luffy, they ain't hanging with him.
Yeah, very few people.
Sometimes I doubt even Luffy can keep up with Sanji's speed. To be honest
Peak
with you,
or combat speed and peak for peak. I mean, yeah, depends.
I don't think any of them are faster than Luffy in any capacity, but Sanji has better aerial mobility naturally.
Well, I would say it's just like people forget that when it comes to power scaling and stuff, it's just going to work however Oda wants it to work for that particular fight.
very true.
Like, even now, seeing the stuff that Emu and Loki are doing, I'm just like, they were calling Kaido the strongest creature. Nothing we saw out of Kaido. I just feel like this guy was not pulling what we're seeing Loki and Emu do right now, even close.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, Kaido. Like that
It's
title was a
over.
misnomer.
Yeah. And I'm
It
okay with
might
it.
just be
Loki.
yeah. It might just be like a title thing. You gotta get the title. If you get the title, we challenges you. I don't know. Um, are you gonna move final topic or?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, go ahead and read it.
Oh yeah, guys. I don't know if you guys did it already or not.
No, that's what we were on, and then you guys hopped in.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you could. I don't know if you want to read it or like. I guess.
I got it. So,
Yeah.
thoughts on the upcoming Wit remake now that we have the release date and episode count run / time. Excited? Any predictions on how it ends up? I actually have some questions. I had saw
I
that
can
the voice
answer.
actor for Luffy said that she wanted someone else to do it, but they're like, nah, so she's doing it, right? So is the cast
Hmm.
pretty much the same?
I would assume so
Okay.
because they told her no. They're not just gonna have her by herself with a bunch of new people.
Okay.
It's like a Dragon Ball situation. Like you can't bring a Dragon Ball production and then have like a whole bunch of different voice actors
But that's
surrounding Nozawa because she's gonna be like, I want Horikawa with me.
I
because
think we should have gotten a full new cast because, like, even watching, I'm not even caught up with the anime, but even watching Wano, I'm like, oh yeah, I see why Frankie's voice actor, like, retired. Some of the voice actors at times, even in Wano, sound like, oh, they're kind of struggling.
and
Yeah.
yeah, like, and she's like in her 70s. You know what I mean? Like, I think what she's
Uh-huh.
doing is literally like One
Right.
Piece, like inherited will. Like, I will do this as long as I literally physically can. But maybe if you're gonna do like an upcoming generation, maybe these could be the voices for them. Like this is their Luffy, this is their Zoa, yada yada. And I don't think you have to do what like. All right, so I'm gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like one thing that truly bothered me about the Avatar film is anybody who we had a voice that was different, they didn't even try to match it. Like the person who played Roku didn't even remotely at all sound like Roku to me. It was jarring. I'm like, where's that previously on Avatar? And it's like, no, Aang, you can't do that. I'm like, bro, who is this? This is not Roku. Like that'll throw me off. But for a new generation, they should have their own voices. I think that would be good. And a lot of these guys are old and older. I don't know how long they're gonna last. I'm obviously knock on wood. They live long enough to voice
Right.
all these characters till the end. But I think
Like, I feel like,
I think it was a bad decision to not have a new cast. I'm with you.
yeah, the whole point of having a remake, we should have a new cast.
Should
That
that
yeah.
be? Should
for
that
me,
be? Yeah.
For me, my personal opinion, my deepest opinion, I don't need this remake to begin with.
Oh,
I
Especially
agree.
I
for
agree.
me,
For me,
pre-time skip.
Yeah.
Pre-time skip One Piece does not need to be remade. And I feel like any remake, even if it's like, oh, the Sakuga, the impact frames, oh, the shiny new animation, the old original animation has so much style and heart, and I love it so much that I feel like even just throwing a shiny coat of really high definition animation over it, it's like they've already done that in the past with like the episode of East Blue, episode of Nami,
Mary, episode of
insert
Luffy.
thing.
Yep. Episode
yeah.
of Skypiea.
They've already done that. So I feel
See,
like we don't need it. If anything, like the only things we would need to remake are post time skip. Pre time skip is fine. I can't think of a single arc in pre time skip that isn't fine. I mean, maybe you could fix up Alabasta's pacing a little bit, but that's about it. Pre time skip was peak,
Isn't Dressrosa 118 episodes?
something
And,
like that.
Yeah.
and it's
Probably.
102 chapters. Fix that.
And Wano,
Yeah.
Wano is nearly 200 episodes.
Jesus Christ.
in this
It's insane.
circle, Haku, we all agree with you. Unfortunately, like the older we get, the masses fail to see the selling point and the charm of animation that predates their age. So like, there's so many people that are so gung ho about One Piece needing the remake. Like, I was talking with Naya the other day. Like, somebody was saying that Arlong Park has bad pacing. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about now? Like,
That's because they don't actually watch. They don't actually read. They watch TikTok edits of like
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
animation
Like,
bits.
the
Uh,
the the attention span and like the ability to allow things to build up is being lost amongst like people that are like within the ages of like 24 and younger. Everything
Yeah.
has to be like instant gratification nowadays.
Then it's
Yeah.
just a lot of people just like ooh flashing color. That's it. They
That
want
too.
punchy beam, flashy color. They don't want any words. They don't want any story. They don't want any characters. They just want flashy color.
Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna let Toei off the chart. They're not doing this of just that. They're doing this because they want to make hella money off
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, that too.
I saw that One
Like
They
Piece
need money.
grossed more money than Dragon Ball this year or last year or something like that. I don't know if that's always been the case, but that was
I think it's
interesting
been
to
for
see.
a couple of years.
But
Yeah.
but here's what I want to say, right? I agree with everything Haku said too. Like, I don't need this. I am a fan of the older animation, and I think that it's got its charm and its wit to it, and like I love it in its own right. Plus, we have the remakes of the special OVAs and stuff. Like, remember I told you once, Pat. I somewhat speed ran my friends through the beginning of One Piece by using them. We watched the episode of Luffy, but a certain part of it, and I think we did like episode of East Blue, then episode of Nami for like Arlong Park, then this guy Pia, then I think I ended up doing the Alabasta movie, right? Just to kind of give them that little bit of it in a speed runny way. Even though I didn't like doing it, cool. The it's weird because in my life, anecdotally, I actually find that some of the like kids a generation younger than us are humongous fans of older shit. They're going out
Oh,
and getting
yeah.
cassette tapes, watching black and white films, yada yada. But I know on a grander scale, it's actually one of the main arguments. Oh, a perfect example: Star Fox 64 is getting made a fucking again, right? And a lot of the arguments of people are like, oh, but people who didn't grow up with the 64 game, now they could play it. Did the 64 game fucking blow up and does it not exist? It's right there.
Right?
That shit aged like Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, and LeBron James. Like fucking fine wine. So what are we talking about? Like, if you want to play it, you could just go play it right there. But to some of these kids, it violates their eyes. Like polygons, 16-bit.
Yeah.
It's not
I've
4K Ultra HD. Like, no, like, so this is really for those people who can't appreciate an older style of animation, which I still think has aged really well. And matter of fact, I think key animation tends to age better than digital animation, but that's one story for another day.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. If you say Akira needs a remake,
I don't
I
even
may
think
slap
it's a
you.
debate.
I feel you.
Yeah, I've seen people do the same kind of thing where they've been like, I played the Demon Souls remake, and then I went back and played the original on the PS3 and was like, holy crap, I prefer the original for whatever reason. Like, even though the remake is popular and everything. So there are things like that, and there's a big argument I've heard a lot too, where people will be like, oh man, you just like this game because it's nostalgic, or you just like this show because it's nostalgic, and people are like, bitch, I played it last year. Like, it's from the 90s, but I played it, like, it's not nostalgia, I played it last year.
It's so
and
funny you
I'm
say
kind
that.
of the same way.
Sorry, go
Because
ahead.
earlier this year, I played Final Fantasy VIII for the first time, and that's like from back in the 90s. So it's like, there are things that sometimes it's like you just play or watch older things, and it's like, nah, this is good. Like, I've been watching a bunch of 80s anime lately, too.
Yeah, like with me, well, I've always had an appreciation for just like different aesthetics and of all shapes and sizes and all kinds. So for me, it's just like if it's good, it's good. But what you said I was watching somebody the other day, and he was making a response video to like Sonic 3 and Knuckles is really good actually, or something like that. I can't remember what it was. And someone was like, "Oh, you're just a fucking nostalgia snake, Sega Genesis, blah blah blah, yada yada." And he's like, "Bro, I'm 19. I played this game a week ago." I start dying of
Exactly.
laughter. He's like, I played this shit on my like uncle's Sega Genesis a week ago. This is not nostalgia, bro. This is a good fucking game that
Right.
aged well. So yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I also,
Cause I
yeah.
thought he was a little older based on like how he was speaking. I would have guessed he was at least like 25. You know, like I'm 19. I just finished high school. I'm like, oh shit.
I want to get into the whole the Wit Studio and like the breakdown of some things. I would like talk about it. So I kind of posted a tweet about it, but basically we know it's 7 episodes is going to cover the first 50 chapters in 7 episodes, running 300 minutes, around like 42 minutes, 42 to 43 minutes in total per episode, right? It's going to end right at the confrontation, right when Mihawk pulls up. Like it's this chapter that Mihawk pulls up is chapter 50, so that's going to be interesting cliffhanger there. Looking at the pacing, it's kind of interesting because it's like 43 minutes per episode, 42, 43, which is roughly like two regular anime episodes, right? Because the anime episodes usually like 22 minutes, right?
22 minutes if you remove the ending and the recap and the
Yeah,
starting.
like
It's about I'll say average 16 to 19 minutes.
That feels
yeah, I
kind of
mean,
like,
yeah, like
I
if you
think,
include the ending and opening with no ads, it's like 22 minutes, right? Around 20 to 23.
yeah.
So I think this.
Netflix might just have Wit doing this kind of thing, because that reminds me a little bit of last season. Wit did Prism Rondo for Netflix, and that was 20 episodes, and the
Yeah.
episodes were just like varying in length. Some of them were like 20 some minutes, some were like 45 minutes.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So it's like 40. I think it's gonna be 45. So if you do the math, it's like 50 episodes divided by. I did 14 because roughly like if it's 2 anime episodes, it's like so 7 anime episodes, kind of equivalent to like regular like kind of doing the math is basically like 14 regular anime episodes, right? You guys can understand the math, right? Because it's double.
Yeah.
So it's 14. So that's like, first of all, the pacing would be around 3.6 chapters an episode, which is like, dog.
That's kind of fast.
We used to get 0.5 chapter episode fucking chapters per episode, man.
Right.
So in kind of doing the overall math, if we run into like there's 1162 chapters episodes out so far. Well, I guess there's how many chapters are out there so far? 1182, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be like 331 episodes to catch up. Which I mean, I'm not saying they'll catch up by then, but like at this pace, like this is kind of like I think the Wit animation. Basically, what I'm saying is the Wit remake is gonna be the complete opposite of the Toei remake, where it's gonna just be like if the Toei anime adaptation was classically, for better or for worse, was known for its pacing. Among like one of the biggest things was its pacing being super slow. Yeah, Wit's gonna be super fast. Like we're getting 3.6 chapters per episode on average.
So
I don't know how I feel
Yeah.
about the pace of the like.
I feel like
content
for
that they're
most
covering.
adaptations, 2 to 4 chapters is normal.
Yeah, so it's like in the
Yeah,
middle,
but
though.
like with One Piece, like a lot of stuff was covered like per chapter in the beginning.
Yeah,
So I think it's a little too fast.
they might switch it up.
It
Yeah, that's the thing where
depends.
like in a lot of series where the first few episodes are super long, so they might change some things up there.
I'm intrigued by
And
this.
I'm a little worried because did you guys see the Fishman Island remake that Toei did?
I saw the Conqueror's hockey scene where Luffy knocked out half of them. I didn't watch anything else really.
I was watching it and brother, that was not good. Like
This
it like Fishman Island needed a facelift. So I wasn't mad about like them touching it up,
Needed the BBL.
but like the speed, I'm gonna ignore that. The speed at which that they were adapting the content per episode, and then like a lot of the cuts felt very unnatural. Like it wasn't smooth. There was so much they were covering per episode. I was like, nah, I don't like this.
I mean, yeah, it is true. I think it's average though. So I don't think it's gonna be like it's gonna be 3.5 every episode. But at least for this, that seems like what the pacing's gonna be.
I would have
Also-
been comfortable if it was 10 episodes with
yeah.
the same amount of minutes. That would have been fine with me.
That would work better, like 10 episodes, so 30 minutes per episode, right?
My
I
best
don't
guess
think it
is they
seems
don't
too
waste.
fast.
They don't waste a second. That's the only thing I could think of. Like everything, like like One Piece. A lot of times, I find that like when let's say me and Haku, we hit each other. Like in a manga, like I might hit him and he just goes flying. But like if it's an anime, he'll like hit his cheek and he'll like resist for like 10 seconds, like and then he'll go flying.
That's no
like
way.
we're removing
yeah.
all of that. We're not gonna pan and see the fucking trees. And then the ocean,
Right.
and then the seagulls, and then both characters stand up, breathing hard, and then they go for their attack. Like I think you're just gonna cut out all of that. Like that's the best guess that I have. I don't know.
I think like like, it's
Again,
gonna
I
be-
just finished Luffy versus Kaido, so there is a lot of that. There is a lot of punch hits each other, and then they are frozen in time for 2 minutes.
yeah.
I think the most infamous example though is probably Dofi and Luffy, where like Luffy's final attack in the anime, like you think he's actually genuinely struggling. In the manga, he just fucking one shots him.
You just
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I hated that.
Yeah,
The
that
end of that
was
fight in the anime.
Dressrosa was a nightmare. Oh my
So
god.
yeah, it's probably gonna be like what Naya says, where they're not gonna. If you like, it's gonna be kind of funny like watching the way if you watch just the way versus watching just the
Because Toei
Uh,
has had
Toei
years
version?
to master time wasting from Dragon Ball
Yeah.
to now, right? They're like at this point to me it's impressive. Like I'm like, what? How did you manage to elongate this piece of shit of a scene to like 2 minutes? Where it's like something happens and he tripped. What? Everyone's
Nah,
reaction.
That's
Toei hit their peak of time wasting during the Namek saga. Namek
I-
saga was the fucking pits. Oh my
You're
god.
getting 0.18 second 0.86 chapters per episode in Dressrosa, man. They go in a super hell, man. They go in a super hell.
no,
So, yeah,
that's. I don't even want to hate Yamato and Momonosuke, but I hate Yamato and Momonosuke because of watching Wano. I swear, for 20 to 30 episodes, literally 20 to 30 episodes, I got, but I can't make the flame clouds. Momonosuke-kun, you have to make the flame clouds. Every other scene for like 20 to 30 episodes. I hate Yamato and Momonosuke now. I don't even think Momonosuke is poorly written. I think Momonosuke might be the most well-written character in Wano. But I hate them every time they're on screen. I'm like, no, not again, not more. I can't.
Dog, when my girl's watching Dressrosa, she's like, how many times are they going to show me the same fucking scene of these people being in the same fight they've been in over the course of 20 episodes, and when does it goddamn end? She started watching them the way that I watch it. She had me there to be like, can I please skip this? I'm like, yes. like Pika being like, all right, I'm going to get serious. Then like mold into some other thing and go, Charlton! And miss. And then we got to see that 8 more times before this fight ends. So I'm like, I get it. Like I told her like, babe, I'm letting you know I checked out. This is when I checked out of the anime. This is when I stopped watching One Piece week to week.
Yeah.
Dressrosa.
Yep.
So
Same.
a lot of this
It's
shit
gonna-
that you're showing me, I'm actually seeing for the first goddamn time. I've never seen this shit. I have
my
seen the scenes that matter. Gear Forth, Sabo's alive, Fujitora summoned the meteors, like everything that matters I've
Like,
seen.
Yeah,
Like-
for remaking, they just need to remake the post-time skip. Pre-time skip's fine. Do the post-time skip.
I mean, that'd be ideal, but that's not ever happening because they want money.
Yo,
But also, like-
Loki's gonna get his ass beat in 1 minute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine somebody that's watched the toy version talking to somebody who watched the web version for like Luffy versus Dofi. The toy version, like, did you see how hard they fought? They were clashing so long, and the way guy's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They
Yeah.
just did, like,
It's like how my friend. I remember actually, if I'm being honest, it really started around the Fishman Island, but it was really Dressrosa where I checked out. Actually, no, online because I watched Punk Hazard, but so it is Dressrosa. But I remember when
Fishman Island is where I started reading because I couldn't handle the anime's pacing.
Yeah, he took like 80 more mollies and started to somehow speed blitz Luffy on the Noah, And I said,
Yeah.
this
Uh-huh.
did no. This did not happen. we're changing the context of what happened, and my friend's like, what do you mean? Luffy and Horde fought to the very end. I'm like, what are you talking about? Luffy did not struggle against this nigga at all. He only took blows because he had to go in the water or some shit. I don't even remember. But like this was not a battle. This was a one-sided beatdown, belt to ass.
You know,
And
you
then
know
I
what
saw the
the Wit
scene, and I'm like,
Watchers,
oh, I get it now.
you know what the Wit Watchers are gonna miss out on though? The expanded Long Ring Longland and the return of Foxy.
Oh,
They're also gonna miss out on anybody who has like delusional scenes by loving a character. They're gonna miss all the Boa Hancock 10-minute delusions with Luffy during friggin' Marineford. I didn't remember that. I'm like, bro, she did not do all this in the manga. She had a moment. She fucking like blushed, looked to the left, and fell, and that was it. She had a whole 5-minute fake marriage scene with Luffy in the anime. I said, babe, you could skip this. It didn't happen. I even double checked to make sure.
I do hope that like you expand some of the fights, but not in a way that like ruins it. Versus something. It's not like something like I was gonna use the example of Luffy and Dofi. Like I think that final thing was impactful because it ended so quickly. I'm not saying expand that, but like the intermediate during the fight before the build up to that, like if they expanded a little more. I like that more.
Didn't they even make the Bellamy part way longer in the Dressrosa? Like, didn't Bellamy like attack him twice and he's like, all right, fine, and knocked him out and then got mad and went up there to beat his ass? I don't remember.
yeah, he hit him like 2
I
times.
don't remember Bellamy getting puppeted by Dofi and Dofi's puppets talking to him and whispering evil thoughts in his head and blah blah blah. I'm like, this did not happen, bro. I don't remember this. I remember Bellamy being dealt with pretty swiftly. Not in terms of like it happened right after the chapter where like Dofi sent him down, but it wasn't like a whole chapter. He did a stupid, shitty ass spring hopper and got his ass beat again. Terrible move.
Also, you know what I'm curious about? The Wit remake. Is it because Toei completely changed the beginning of One Piece? Does Wit remake revert that and just do straight up manga beginning for One Piece?
Yes,
That's a good
their
point.
intention.
And
That's
the
what
same
they're
thing
trying to
goes
do.
with, is Zeph gonna eat a leg?
I think it'll be the more mature version.
Will
Yeah,
Zeph
if
eat his
they
leg
want
or use a
it to
rock?
be.
I mean, not rock. The anchor used underwater in the anime. Wasn't it?
Yeah, he like wrapped an anchor around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want the remake to be 100% manga faithful.
So yeah.
So that means we're gonna get the like Kobe Island thing at the beginning instead of the ship where I guess the live action also did the anime's opening where they're on the ships and all.
I've never seen it. Couldn't tell you.
It's kind of interesting, like the Kobe thing, because the current anime is actually kind of fixing that because like he had in one of the latest, one of the latest, but like one of the episodes that dropped this year or last year, we saw Kobe in it. Like he had the flashback to Luffy. He was on the island, I think. Like they were trying to course correct it in.
So they just retconned it into the manga events.
Yeah. There was like, for those of you who've been watching from the beginning, that's not what you saw. This is what happened.
You know, Pat, I have an important question for you.
What's up?
How you feeling, man? They dropping your favorite method of all 7 episodes at once.
Oh, I mean, man, it don't hit the same because I dictate when I want to do that shit. So them niggas doing that shit for me, it's not gonna feel right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like Netflix.
King in the chat, if they bring back the hammer, the doohickey, the hammer gun
the doohickey is crazy.
From the 4Kids.
Yeah,
from
I
the
know.
4Kids.
I remember
oh my god, I would lose it.
Okay, yo,
doohickey.
Hawk, you kind of reminded me of a question I could ask about like this. You guys think they're gonna bring in the because I don't think Toei has really been doing it. You guys think they're gonna bring in the cover page stories into the Wet remake or no? Because some of them are really important.
I would love them to, and they don't have to be
Toei
super
should
long.
have.
Like, You could
Like,
show
instead
Buggy.
of Toei wasting all this time, Toei could have been adapting the cover arcs.
Yeah. What if it's like in between or like I like that though. I like the adapt them. So I don't know what you guys think.
It would be cool. I like the idea. I even almost like it as like a when the episode starts, maybe there's no recap, but like a quick 20 seconds of like Buggy having none of his body
That'd be
parts
good.
and having to like like they can make that work.
Or even in the middle of the episodes, you know, the screen changer shit.
The
If
eye
they
catcher,
did, like-
the eye catchers.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Or if they did like the season 1 of 7 episodes, and then between season 1 and season 2, they did like a Buggy's
OVA.
Journey OVA.
Or even Garp. Remember Garp gets cut by Handax Morgan, and Handax Morgan technically escapes. That's Garp's worst feat. I don't care if you're sleeping, bro. Most important question: would Robin go back to having some melanin? I don't know. Maybe
Probably
she'll,
not.
Maybe she'll start
No.
that way
Stealing all
because
of Usopp's?
yeah.
But she never had that, right? If I'm not
That,
tripping.
Yeah,
no, that was
well,
a
not in the
Toei. That was a
manga.
Toei error. They didn't know what shade.
To
she
be
was
fair
supposed
though,
to do.
I
I
don't
think
know
her
that I
design
knew that.
looked better that way pre-time skip.
My actual
Yeah, so-
my actual reasoning was you were on a desert island in the sun. You got a fucking tan, and when you
Yeah.
left and you were hitting Winter Island and all these other places, your tan left you. That was actually my reasoning for it.
that
I
makes
mean,
sense. But
Oda
Toei just
said-
straight up made her darker, and that wasn't what she was
O-
supposed to look like.
Oda said that Robin is based on Russians, so it makes sense that she would be like paper white,
Yeah.
like sheet white. But I do think her design looked better like pre-time skip Toei version.
Yeah, she looked sexier.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think most of the like pre versus post time skip, I think most of the designs look better pre-time skip, but
I do like Robin with the haircut now. Like I think this is like a good middle ground. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. That moves me. But I'm with you. I actually tend to. I don't dislike how Nami looks, and I'm super used to it by now. But I probably kind of like Nami, like Enies Lobby's run to like when they got separated. Like that's like my favorite version, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that's fair.
I'm
I like the
I'm
long hair though.
I'm a
I think the
Perona
long
and
hair
Viola
looks-
guy, so
Yo, Perona, shout out Perona, man. Like all these other characters kind of had this. She's still like top 20 without really doing much
Right.
besides pulling up for Moria.
all she did was help Zoro cheat and act like he found his way to Rayleigh's and Shaki's bar first. I know she took his ass right to the door. That's why I did not pull up Dolo. Perona got real motion. Hey, it took you guys a while to see, but at least y'all on my side now. I've been on that train since Thriller Bark.
I was a late believer. I admit it.
And
But post time skip, she started moving me.
I'm a Thriller Bark defender, dude. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like
I've
Thriller
always
Bark.
been on that. Yeah, I love Thriller Bark.
I hate
I
when
think it's
people shit talk
fantastic.
Thriller Bark, especially in the anime. I love the art style that they use for it.
So do I.
It's because people don't have a sense of humor, bro. Like everything has to be serious, depth, stakes all the time with them.
It's kind of funny because he say that, but like the next, they also say I miss when One Piece was like their comedy acting together. Like
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
you get that
Hey,
in
that's
Thriller
what
Bark.
I'm
Y'all
talking
don't like
about,
that
Lizard.
shit.
We can't win with these people. Either they're not doing enough or they're doing too much. They don't know what they want to fucking decide.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we need to deal with Emu. We need to bring back the pirates docking.
Pirate docking 6.
Yo.
Will Robin dock this time? I feel like Robin's gotten comedic enough now that she can't pull off that nah, don't do that. Nah, I've seen him make goofy faces and all kinds of stuff and joke around. Yeah, one of us
biggest goofball.
we got you. We got her, boys. We got now when
Yeah, that shit don't
was it
work.
Ryonosuke, that shitty ass drawing of the bird, and she was so fucking sad that it was dying because the conjurer.
Oh yeah, that
drew?
was so funny.
I was like, what
Yeah,
is
she was like,
Robin? That was funny, yo.
Yeah, the most important thing the Wood's gonna probably do, man. Lala's gonna finally be able to give a middle finger instead of something.
The fucking
In,
is
sub-
an index finger.
Yeah, indexing.
Didn't they remove it entirely, or did
Yeah,
they
yeah,
show
yeah.
him put it?
Yeah, I thought he
Yeah,
just nodded at him.
Or something. It was
yeah.
like
Or like the
either way,
opposite
they
of
didn't show the
nod,
middle
kind of the
finger.
upward
So
nod.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of funny to me that they even removed it to begin with, because in Dragon Ball GT they had middle fingers getting stuck up back then. So, what was the problem now?
One Piece wasn't counted like that, man. I don't know. That's the only
That
thing.
was a different
That's so
time,
weird.
right? Because GT would have been earlier, right?
Yeah, GT was like when did it air in Japan? 95, 96.
I think so.
Yeah, so back then, I've been watching 80s anime. I don't think I've seen a single 80s anime without nipple in it. Like they just show boob every anime.
Oh, what a it
Boba.
was such a generational era. We need to go back to that. Oh my god.
Well, I think too, like looking back on it, and like characters, if they're fighting in skirts or stuff, like not even like a sexual panty shot, but you just see panties, and it's like in modern anime, doing all you can to hide it just makes it look worse. It's like just show it, man.
Yeah.
Like even if it's not sexual, just show it. It looks, again, looking
Inuyasha,
back
City
and now
Escape,
looking what
Ranma,
happens
anything I
now.
think of, you're right. Like the nipple's just
Yeah,
there, or like it's just there. Like they don't focus on it necessarily. I'm thinking of like even like Dirty Pair and
yeah,
stuff, or
exactly.
like or
You don't focus on it,
It's just
but
like, listen, you
yeah,
attacked me while I was in the shower. So this is this is what's
right.
happening. I don't know. So yeah.
What's the most recent anime that had nip slips? Code Geass?
The
I,
most recent that I've watched with it
I haven't
was
seen it in a long
Ayakashi
time.
Triangle.
What year did that come out?
Only movies that I've seen have them in them, not shows.
And Ayakashi Triangle was 2023, but again, that is
Oh
a
wow, that's
rarity.
very recent. That's very recent. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, Whitebeard could get his face melted instead of, I don't know, pumped full of magma cum in his belly.
Also, I think I seen like, I think a great point. It seems like a lot of times anime like they kind of change some things up to set up a filler arc in the next arc, right? Like to kind of set that up in a certain way. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Nami's
now
not gonna murder the guy
we're
on
not getting a
Reverse
filler. We won't
Mountain.
get that set up.
See that again?
So,
Sorry. What, Reverse
uh,
Mountain?
Oh, I said Nami's not gonna murder the guy at Reverse Mountain.
oh, that is true.
Oh shit. Because that ended up going into what? Oh, I used to actually remember all the filler arcs. I used to remember them all.
I don't know G8,
It's
man.
Warship Island had ended right before they went to Reverse Mountain. So they're going up Reverse Mountain, and then the villain from Warship Island jumps up on the Mary, and Nami just cuts him
Yes.
off,
Yes.
and then they move on into the canon stuff. So it's like that guy had a devil fruit. Nami just killed that guy. And so like all of the reaction channels that I watch who skip the fillers, they get to Reverse Mountain and they're like, who's that guy that Nami just murdered?
That's funny. That's a mad funny. I forgot about that. That's good. That's good. I think G8 was one of my favorites. I know like G8. I did like the elongated
Yeah,
Davy
G8
back
was great.
fight. There was like a
That was so good.
rainbow mist. I don't remember if I liked that, but I
Because
remember.
for me, the first time, like I watched pre-time skip before I read it. So for me, I didn't know what was or wasn't filler. I was just watching One Piece.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I always checked. I always had a list, and you know what it was with me? I was always watching things as an adaptation, and so with Naruto, I never got to the Curry of Life. I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't read this shit, right? And I checked. I'm like, this is filler. It's Shippuden. And I skipped it. Like I was good like that because I used to always probably read the manga before I watched the anime. So with One Piece,
Nah, I
but One
love
Piece,
old filler.
but One Piece was something that I liked so much. After I caught up, I went back and I watched all the filler. I didn't watch it on my initial watch through. I did it after the fact. But
I think One Piece's filler is great, and it helps that there's barely any of it. Honestly, like One Piece has barely any filler. It has bad pacing, but it has barely any filler.
Toei time wasting, but not a lot of filler like arcs and super filler material. Yeah. Reborn, I knew at the time when Reborn was airing that Akira Amano said that a lot of the stuff with the Aquabarena was canon, and so with the the Shimon family, the first generation of Ongola family stuff. So I did watch that too. I didn't love that filler. One of them I didn't like as much as the other one.
Again, I just watched. I didn't read, so
I thought going back
I
in
just
time
watched at the
twice
time.
during the future arc took away from the we're trapped in the future like kind of.
That's fair. But again,
My
I didn't
first-
know it at the time because I just watched.
Yeah.
My first understanding of the concept of filler came when I was watching Full Metal Alchemist and Inuyasha back on the day. This was before I was watching the big three. But yeah, like watching Inuyasha, I was like, we were just fighting Naraku last episode. Why the fuck are we in school with Kagome doing fuck all? What's happening? Like we ran into what's them niggas called? The bandits? The band of seven or something like that.
Seven or whatever. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember their name.
Yeah. I was like, it was getting good. We was fighting that nigga with the diamond in his forehead. Now all of a sudden, Inuyasha running errands. What the fuck is happening? And then I got older, and I was like, oh, they have to pace out for the manga. No wonder shit wasn't making sense.
For me, I'm all about the journey. So for me, going through One Piece, I loved the filler. I was like, more One Piece? Yeah, that's awesome. It's great. And again, because I didn't know at the time, for me, it wasn't even really any different, you know? Especially with One Piece, the way we don't really cut in the middle of anything, it's just going island to island. So any filler is just a short island between actual big canon islands.
Yeah.
And then Bleach had filler, but again, Bleach's filler was all really good. Like some of Bleach's filler arcs were better than the actual canon arcs.
Okay, let's
And then Naruto,
I like
I don't know about
the
that.
Bantos and the Zanpakuto coming alive, whatever arc were two arcs that I really liked in the Bleach.
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah, the Bound arc is good. I like it.
And even Naruto Part 1, where you just have a mountain of filler at the end, I liked all of that. All of it was like actual ninja missions. They're actually doing ninja things in Naruto. It was good. It was fun. And honestly,
Another thing. So go
like
ahead,
some
finish
of
your
the characters, that filler's the only development they get. So it's like they need that filler.
you finished the point that I was gonna say. That's another thing that I use when I like talk to people about Naruto, where I tell them like, "Hey, look, Kishimoto's like a shit writer," and then they
Yeah.
bring up the anime, and I'm just like, "Brother,
It's like really poorly
the
written.
anime did like half of Kishimoto's work for him by
Right.
actually showing the missions and
Like,
having
here's
them
the thing,
talk to each other."
I love Naruto. I adore Naruto, but it is so poorly written. It's bad. Like I love it, but it's not well written. It's bad. It's really bad.
Hey, listen, this is like the other day I was talking about like, you watching Euphoria? I'm like, Euphoria is not good, but I like Maddie. Listen, my mid is hitting. Let my mid hit. I'm not recommending it to nobody. I'm not promoting it. I'm not even talking about it like that. I'm enjoying my mid in peace.
No, exactly. I'm just watching it on my own.
Like,
That's what I was thinking the same thing recently because again, I've been trying to go through 2023 anime and I've got like some of these really well-known or like well-respected anime that I've been like, I'll watch a little bit and I'm like, whatever, I need to take a break or whatever. But then lately I've been watching like I don't even remember the title, The Strongest on Myoji something, some isekai. But I've been like, every time I sit down to eat, if I'm alone, I'm just like, I want to watch another episode of that. Like, it's just a random isekai. It's not high quality or anything. Or chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon Lord's army. With a title like that, I just thought it was going to be a random whatever, nothing anime. But it's so fun. I'm having so much fun watching it.
That's what it is, man. Having
And
fun.
that's what matters. If you're having fun, then you keep watching it.
yeah.
I was looking at episode 50, chapter 50. That's a great, like, I was talking about the Mihawk episode chapter, but it's a great, another great point for cliffhangers. This is a chapter where we learn about Nami stealing the thing, Nami stealing the ship and leaving, and like
the
if
Mary.
you look, yeah, and like if you look, I posted a VC chat. These are the last 2 pages of it. So it's gonna be kind of interesting of like how like new things will take Nami. I mean, it's kind of we know how Nami is gonna be like, but it's a thing, and then we have the whole like thing. I can't wait to be free, Bellamere.
I feel
Um,
like even most new viewers, though, they're already familiar with Nami,
they just
though.
want to see his thing, but it's kind of like a good like thing. Like it's gonna be like damn the one person that never watched One Piece like damn who oh damn there's Nami but who is this Bellamere
You guys don't
she's
understand how
talking
much
about.
I love the rounder, less detailed, more clear panels. Like, oh, so good. I just feel like One Piece is so cluttered these days. Sometimes, like, oh, there's just so
You
much.
trying to finish that
That's
shit?
fair, yeah.
There's so much on the page, and
Uh,
just like Dragon Ball and a lot of series, when they get more serious, things get more angular and less round and stuff. So I understand it. I'm not like knocking it for that, but there's just something about the rounder faces, the less detailed backgrounds a little bit. Just classic.
I was gonna add, like, I don't know how much more time it's gonna add on the stream because we've been streaming for a while already. But did you read Torishima's recent interview where he was talking about like the state of manga today?
I think you had posted something in there that I meant to go back and read, but I never went back and read it. So talk to me.
Yeah. So he says a lot of things. You could tell like his mindset is pretty dated, and like he's very abrasive
I
with
like him.
what he says.
I
But
like him already.
I respect him because like he doesn't shy away from what he believes. I might not agree with everything he's saying, but I understand why he's saying these things because he has a clear vision in mind. So like, because obviously Torishima was like Toriyama's editor for almost the entirety of the Dragon Ball series, and there was a lot of stuff that he like had a problem with. Like for one, he didn't want Goku to be an adult.
I
He
think
thought that that was going
I
to
did read
ruin the
that. I
charm of
did
the
read that.
series.
I could
And
see
he
that.
said that he said One Piece in current day sucks. Like plainly, he said it sucks. And he said the reason he's saying that is because it's too wordy now. And he's saying like this isn't a problem that's unique to One Piece. It's a problem with the manga industry right now in general. Like
Cough.
shit's too
Cough.
wordy. So he's
I
saying
don't
like
disagree. They be yapping a lot of talking,
that.
a lot of telling, not showing. I don't even disagree.
He's saying that manga needs to be more simple, more lighthearted, and more fun. Because it's supposed to be catered towards kids, but now he's saying that mangaka are making their stuff catered towards like young adults.
I don't think that's an
And
issue.
I
That's not a problem to me. Like
Yeah, that just depends on
the
what,
demographic, like
your target audience
yeah,
is,
like
yeah.
that to me is not particularly an issue. I see what he's saying, but
I
yeah,
guess for
that's what I'm saying.
shonen,
Like I see what he was saying, but I don't agree with everything. But I understand why he's saying it because like the manga in the era of when he was an editor was a lot more simple. Like he didn't have these extremely complicated explanations for like power ups, power systems, et cetera, et cetera. Because like what was airing back then in Jump? Like Slam Dunk, Dragon Ball, Yu
Right.
Yu Hakusho, JoJo. Like everything was pretty simple.
You know what my big criticism on modern manga is? Nobody takes their time anymore. And I think it's partly because of Jump. You will get cut in like 20 chapters if you don't
I
do
agree.
something.
I
I
agree. If shit
say,
don't pop off, you're not
yeah,
laughing.
I say all the time that if One Piece started today, if there had never been a One Piece and it started in Jump right now, it might not make it out of Syrup Village.
yeah.
And
I guess
Naruto probably wouldn't get to finish the Chunin exams. Like Jump has no patience. Things do not get time to like take their time and naturally build up and develop.
I also
you
think the
pretty much gotta
general
get lucky.
patience of audiences is getting worse with things like social media, TikTok, the vines, you know what I mean, reels and stuff like that. Like shorter content
My
becomes
Then nigga
more.
said Vine.
I know that's like I'm just dating myself, but like, I I do think that plays a factor into it. But you're right, you don't have the time to truly build out and craft the world anymore. It's kind of like with chapter one, I gotta do something gimmicky almost to immediately capture and hook a good part of the audience.
Yeah.
Jump is kicking me out.
Pretty
why,
much
man.
pretty much every single like battle shonen that I've read in the past 5 or so years is like you get introduced to like this big crazy strongest world destroying kind of top level guy within the first like 20 to 30 chapters.
Maybe.
Like
Yeah.
you will get I don't want to say like a Gojo type because I don't want to like relate everything back to Jujutsu Kaisen and everything, but you know what I mean? Like you get this guy's the strongest and can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You get that within like the first 20, 30 chapters for pretty much any battle shonen these days. Whereas for One Piece, it's like we didn't even see like what we consider now to be like mid-level strength guys until way later on. Like the closest we got to something like that in One Piece is Mihawk, I guess.
Not Shanks.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, we didn't know Shanks was like an actual fighter like that back then.
Just say he's mid, man. I get it.
I found the thread.
Back then,
Okay,
I don't
so
think we knew that there'd be like giant beams and massive punches going on in One Piece.
I
he
definitely.
said the reason.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, were you gonna, I was gonna say the reason Toriyama called it Dragon Ball Z was because Z is the last letter of the alphabet, and he didn't think anything was gonna come after he was done with that shit. Then the Japanese economy crashed. That's why they came out with GT. Said Battle of Gods came because of a promise Torishima made to his dying best friend. He said, "If I somehow survive, let's make a Dragon Ball movie." And then when Toei came to him with the script, he said that shit sucked, so that's why they got Toriyama to do it over again. uh, he said he hates Daima. He thinks Daima is shit. Everyone at Toei hates me. He said Daima betrays Dragon Ball. It's slow, stupid. First episode is useless. I have no idea how it was approved in the first place.
Oh, I like this guy.
He says old manga is better than modern manga.
Hell
He said
yeah.
today's manga suck because they rarely take the actual print into account. They don't take into consideration the 2 pages of a spread, and he blames smartphones for it. Said modern manga is overloaded with
He's
narration
that's
and
a little
He's
bit
got
like
some
old
old
man
man
yells at
yellow clouds,
cloud.
but like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling what he's. I get what he really
Because
means
it's like,
behind
bro,
his intent.
most people are reading on their phones, just to be fair.
Yeah, like
I
that's what I'm
don't
saying.
like
Like
it either, but that's the way most
I
people are reading.
understand what his gripes are. I don't agree with all of them, but
He's
like
basically saying
if he was
consider
yelling at
both.
me,
Like think about print and
yeah.
digital. Don't just be like, oh,
Yeah.
look the phone. Yeah.
If I was in a room with him and he was ranting, I'd be like, okay, I can see why you think that. Like I wouldn't get mad. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I get you.
I'd
Yeah,
have to
it's
be.
some strong language,
I'd
but
have to be his like was it Key and Peele that did like the translation thing for like Obama or whatever? Like I'd be his translator. Like all this new
Yeah.
shit is whack. He's like, you guys need to consider that old and new traditions can find a way in the middle to meet. Like I had to translate for him. I could be the mediator between like the old man yells at cloud and the rambunctious new generation. Like I got the middle ground. I'm good. But tag me in, coach.
I'm
this.
halfway there. I got a couple more to read off. He said, modern manga is overloaded with narration and explanations. He said a proper manga page should be readable in just 3 seconds.
That is crazy.
I'm not mad at that take. 3 seconds is crazy, like 4 to 6, but yeah. Okay, he's cooking. I got to read this later. I'm gonna read this later.
Said Oda is a massive comic manga nerd with genuine passion for the medium. He said he doesn't consider being a huge manga fan a good trait. Said the big difference between One Piece and Dragon Ball is that Oda is too in love with manga and his own story, while Toriyama hated drawing manga. I don't think Toriyama hated drawing manga. He just hated Torishima's demands as an editor.
Maybe
Oh, man.
I could see him being frustrated with the manga industry and those being the things that frustrate him, but he loves the love of the art he likes, but like it's like an athlete. I love hooping, but I hate the business side of basketball. You know, like it could be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, hey man, conspiracy? Put your hats on, guys. Did Toei purposely give Toriyama a shitty script for that movie, Battle of the Gods, so that he could remake it and do better? They're like, fuck, we can't do it.
Goku turns into a plant and then uses photosynthesis to use a spirit bomb to defeat Cell, who just got reborn through Frieza. That's a good script, right? We got all our best modern writers. He's like, no, I'll do this shit. Aw, shucks. I guess we gotta go with Toriyama.
I didn't want to. Oh man, we were hoping we could do it ourselves, but no.
Guess we'll just follow your lead.
So I got a little bit more. We almost done. Torishima said he thought Naruto was very good at the start. He wanted Kishimoto to kill off Sasuke and keep Kakashi dead. He think Pain was the last good Naruto arc.
Oh damn! So he's
Modern
right.
manga has two
He's
problems.
based as fuck.
Manga is written by adults for adults, making them too wordy and unappealing to kids, and manga is too expensive for kids. Said the cycle must stop because if kids aren't reading today, there won't be manga tomorrow. And he said the last note, which I actually kind of agree with him on this, and I know people are going to get mad at me, but he said that only Japanese people can make manga,
No, I think that's totally
and I
true.
kind of agree
I
with
mean, I
that.
think you can make manga inspired stuff, but it's like if you're
Yeah,
and if you're not necessarily Japanese, but like you live in Japan and grew up in Japan, and like your editor and publisher, the entire company is Japanese, then it's like, yeah, that's a manga,
yeah,
even if
that's fine.
the artist isn't. But I
That
think there are
That's
just
fine.
a
But
lot of
I just
people calling things manga now
yeah
that just straight up aren't.
I
yeah
don't
exactly.
know
That's
that I
my thing.
agree.
Like it makes me cringe when I hear people say that shit. Like they're like, "Oh, I'm making my manga." I'm like, brother,
No, you're
just make a
not.
comic, please. Like make a
It's
comic, please.
because the
Because like
state of Western comics is so shit, people are embarrassed to call their things Western comics.
yeah,
Like, at
and it's
least
like
have some pride. Take Western
manga.
comics back.
A lot of manga has like heavy Japanese cultural references. Like even if you don't know that it's there, it's there. We're just not Japanese, so we don't see it. But like like me personally, like I really like Japanese culture, so like sometimes I go the extra mile to try to find like some meaning or like because of my experience of reading manga prior, like I can find little tidbits here and there. Like when I was reading Demon Slayer, like I could tell like it was littered with Japanese references here and there, and I could see exactly why Japanese people loved it so much because it's like from a time period that's like nostalgic for them, where they yearn for, they want things to be back to a simpler time, and then they have like the houris, the kimonos, the fucking katanas with special designs and things like that. Like okay, I could see why Japanese people love this series before we even get into like the narrative stuff. So it's like if you're a Westerner trying to make a manga, you're gonna be pulling from Western influences. And like there is a subsection of Japanese people that are into that stuff. But for the majority of the population, they're mostly a monolith. Like they mostly believe the same thing because they're a homogenous society. So if you're trying to make something that's derived from their culture without using their culture to properly explain shit, they're not going to read that shit.
Well, I think for me, it's more like it's if you're doing things for a Japanese audience or through a Japanese publishing system, all of that is fine. But it's one thing if you are, like, say, an American as an example. You're an American making a comic in English for an audience that is going to be mostly Americans. So it's like, and you call it a manga because you want to basically grift off the good name that manga has right now. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, you're not Japanese, you're not making it for a Japanese audience, you're not making it in Japanese, you're just calling it a manga.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Is it my
It's not a
turn?
good look at all. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I guess your guys' definition of a manga is that it's culturally and inherently Japanese, has Japanese standards. It talks about their history, their folklore, and stuff like that. Because
Not
I
necessarily.
okay,
Well,
I
that's
just
my
think
point.
because
Japan has to be involved in some way.
okay, because the reason I'm like I would agree with what he's saying, depending on what exactly it is that he means, is that I probably have the simplest, most basic definition of what a manga is. It's a graphic novel made by Japanese people for Japanese people more often than not. and it elicits a certain type of style, big eyes. You know, there's an anime Japanesey look, things of that nature. But to me, Manhue, Manfra, it's all just graphic novels from different places. Like it's a comic book. Everything's a comic book to me. This happens to originate from China. This is from Japan. This is from France. This is from Europe, North America, if you will. So in my brain, even like anime and Donghua is just Chinese animation. It's just animation, but it kind of comes from somewhere. And I don't really tend to like intermingle the terms that way. Like if you called Absolute Batman a manga, I wouldn't really trip. I might correct you just for the sake of you don't get no.
Yeah, but
that's
the point
mostly
is,
so
it's
you
just
don't
weird
get
to do that.
Yeah, so you don't get like
It would be
lambasted
weird
online.
for me. It would be weird for me to make a cartoon as an American and then like say the majority, like my cartoon's in English and the majority of people watching my cartoon are in America, and I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is my Donghua. All the Chinese people out there would be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like at no point did China play any role in this, but then I call it a Donghua. It's like, what?
I get your point. That's an interesting take though. I'm not mad at it. Like, hey, Japanese people only make it like that, but I think why most people do it. I think actually Haku did tap into something that is important to say. Comics have been on a decline. American comics. I know the absolute DC stuff and a few things in Image and some independent stuff are doing well, but they have been suffering a little bit more, and I know that manga has been doing generally a lot better, especially in I think like North America. And I think Pat was the one that made me realize that France had a really big market for this too, and I didn't know that prior to.
I love it over there.
But yeah, like I would probably say even if I had a anime inspired art style, let's just say I just made like Avatar the graphic novel and it looks like the Avatar show but like in graphic novel form.
Yeah.
I would still call it a graphic novel or comic. Or like, oh, this is the cartoon I've been working on. Like I wouldn't do that, but I do wonder if part of it is what you're saying. Like, well, right now comics tend to have a bit of a I don't say negative connotation, but it's not doing as well. If I call it a manga, would that hype it up more? Or would the controversy of is it a manga or not a manga bring more people? Because some people like to use controversy to bring eyes to their work.
Yeah. Or right now, just in general, like shonen manga is in kind of a boom in the West. So it's like if you're making your comic and you just call it, oh, my manga, there are probably more people that are just like,
this is my battle shonen absolute
Batman. Yeah, exactly. They're going to tune into battle shonen quicker than if you called it your comic.
And that's another
I'm not
thing
trying
too,
to say it's like, oh man, if you call something an anime or a manga, it's like evil cultural appropriation or anything. I'm just saying it's pretty silly. If again, Japan isn't involved whatsoever, it's pretty silly to call it like an anime or a manga.
So
it's like part of the thing, like where like anime has gotten more popular since 2013 with Attack on Titan, right? And then like people are like trying to explore more of it. And then like the ones here that were new to anime, like post Attack on Titan, they start calling Avatar The Last Airbender an anime. I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. Like, nigga, just because it's not an anime doesn't mean it's not good. Like, just because you found this shiny new toy, you don't have to attach that label to everything that you think is quality, bro. It's okay to call it a cartoon. We have good cartoons.
It is Nickelodeon.
That's one thing that I've seen people saying about the topic too, is that in the past, there were a lot of people that made anime-inspired cartoons or manga-inspired comics, but they never tried to call them anime or manga.
Adam Warren is one of them.
They didn't need to. They were confident. They were like, this is my cartoon. Cartoons are good. Or this is my comic. Comics are good. But now there are people that just don't feel confident enough to say, oh, a cartoon or a comic. So they just call it an anime or a manga.
Oh shit.
He said, let me enjoy my Avatar manga, man. All right, you enjoy your Avatar manga. I'm gonna watch my Vox Machina anime. The Mighty Nine anime. Freaking. Go ahead, Lizard.
Nah, that shit just kills me, bro. Because it's like we can have good stuff without attaching the Japanese label to it.
Yeah.
So what? So I guess Radiant Black is French. They call it Manfro, like French manga. I don't know what.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. It's like there are ones that are
Outliers.
rare outliers, but again, with literally anything in life, there are going to be rare outliers. Like Radion is French, but
Yeah.
it has a huge Japanese market, and I think it's published like maybe even most of it is published in Japan. So it's like there's a big Japanese audience, even though the person writing it is French. Or like Freezing, I think is the one had a Korean author and was published in Korea, but it was really, really big in Japan. Like its
That's
anime
rare.
adaptation and most of its stuff was in Japan. So it's like, again, kind of an outlier because it's made by a Korean, but it's big in Japan.
That's super rare, honestly. Especially knowing the history between Korea and Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I want to read those. I want to read that later, and then see if I can't piss people off. I might turn it into a video and be like, I agree with this man. But all right.
I'm gonna link it to you.
I think if you have anything else to say, I actually have one more question. So, if I move to Japan and I study in the Japanese manga industry and blah 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 and yada yada X Y and Z, and I start making a manga, am I a mangaka or am I making a comic book?
I would say you're a
You're
mangaka.
a mangaka.
What if
If
I
you're
move? What if
writing
I
for
move back to Toronto
Japanese
though?
audience,
If you
it
move back to
depends. Are you
Toronto,
still
if
writing
you're
like
using
in
a
Japanese for a Japanese
Yeah, if-
audience? Like
are you using a Japanese publishing company to make your manga?
again, it
I'm
depends. Is
self-published.
Japan involved in some way?
I'm independent.
Are you?
Oh,
Is it in Japanese? Are Japanese people reading it?
Yes, I have a very large Japanese following. Maybe they're not the main
Then
audience.
it's a manga.
I think
but
it's
they're-
close enough to
Yeah.
count.
Okay. All right. Just curious.
Like
I
my
just think it's
point
silly
is
because
they
I
just-
have seen some. I have seen some that call themselves manga or whatever. That it's like, it is not. There is no Japanese involved in any way.
my central point is, if you're trying to make a manga and you're very serious about this, you have to respect the Japanese culture and you have to use Japanese references here and there
Move
and
to
act
Japan.
like you know something about Japan.
Move to Japan, he's saying.
Muka-
Drop
Or just be
everything.
confident.
When
Feel
you-
like this is my comic. It's not a manga. It's a comic. Read it.
Clans had a
Yeah.
funny joke when he made the Donhua thing. He's like, "There's a brother doesn't know about cultivation." this is my Donhua One Piece. This brother doesn't know about cultivation.
The Chinese have their
Cultivation
cultivation. The
series, man.
Koreans have their triple S grade power fantasy, and the Japanese have their isekai.
Yeah.
Cultivation series.
What the hell does North America do? Oh, I guess Europe and Canada. I don't know. Anyways.
We got freaking what's it called? Like reality TV slop.
Oh, bro.
We have Invincible.
That's actually good though.
Oh, I guess we would have cape shit. Yeah,
We got
we would have
Yeah.
superhero
capes,
things.
cows, and tights.
Yeah. I think that's like the one thing we have.
We
that
got
Japanese
Black
people are a
Hammer,
little envious of.
Invincible, Empowered, and the Absolute Universe right now that's holding things down. I feel like I forgot something that I like. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting a big one? I don't like The Boys, just so you guys know. So it's not The Boys.
Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man move the needle.
No Wonder Woman? Hashtag.
Well, Spider-Man's comics have been bad for so long. I don't know what they're doing with it. Well, Peter Parker specifically, I'll say. But I mean, I haven't checked in like 3 years for real. So
I think it's just they just want him to suffer to the point where like sometimes you don't need to suffer.
yeah, it's just
That much.
it's too much. It's too much. But I appreciate you guys coming through. I ended up doing this longer than I said I was gonna. But part of it is because I don't have
Yeah.
to go to this show anymore that I have to go to later. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's like I was wondering you like.
I
thought you were
am
watching-
hungry. I gotta eat and and get some food and stuff. But yeah, I was supposed
Yeah,
to.
I literally have to call my girl right after this. I thought
Yeah,
I was gonna call her at 9, and I know she's tapping her foot right
Yeah,
now.
whenever you gotta go, I've just been hanging out in call.
No.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm here for the night. So I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. But thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you all. If you have any final words for the people, now's the time. I'll post this on the YouTube
Yes.
tomorrow morning.
I didn't do my usual intro. Lady Warrior.
Giant woman, the giant ladies. Do it for the
I
giant.
need
Get
ladies.
carrot votes in.
Get those carrot votes in.
Get the carrot votes in.
Kagura Bachi will save anime. Which one is that again? Is that the one with the swordsman?
Samurai
the one-
shit.
Okay, no,
It's not the good.
There's that one, and there's the one with the garbage people. Got you, Guga. I never.
Gotcha.
All that
Yeah.
shit doesn't matter, man.
Hold on,
Read the Srirachi new. Yeah.
Oh, Srirachi. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Read the new Srirachi manga, man. We in here.
Hold on.
Lizard, did you finish
The gorilla is back.
What did you say, Pat? Sorry.
Did you finish Genpachi Sensei?
Oh yeah, I've been finished. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. I was laughing up a storm every episode.
I'm gonna catch up.
You
I'm gonna
tapped
catch up
into-
to Zatch Bell and JoJo Lands tomorrow as well.
Yo, tap into. I only told Pat, but yeah, nah, tap into Dandelion as well if you can. I don't know.
Dandelion.
I will be there.
Oh,
Dandelion.
yeah, I mean-
Dandelion. What did you say? Sorry.
Dandelion. It's an anime adaptation of Srirachi's first manga, and it's just like if you like Srirachi's thing, like you'll love this.
Say
Like,
less. I didn't even know. Did I know that he had one before? Okay.
no, it dropped this year, so
Okay.
don't worry.
You said it was his first manga, like before.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if it's the first manga. It's like the first work he did, really.
Okay.
I love when mangaka get successful and then they spin back on their first project.
Like
nigga, fuck
Wanted.
you. I knew I was him.
Like Wanted. Like, yo, listen, I knew I had a good framework here for one. You know what I mean? Like with was his name Gil, and he was actually one of the Rocks pirates. Like I do like seeing that. That always warms my heart to be like. Even I remember with Araki, I don't know how popular Bao was, but Bao, I remember Joseph was reading it on the plane. They added Bao as a character in All-Star Battle and everything like that. Like, yo, like respect the OG work, and like obviously Rayleigh becoming a character in Dragon Ball, if you will, and stuff too. So like I do like seeing that. It does warm my heart. Feels like you didn't waste your time with all that stuff. All right, chat. Goodbye.